beautiful people. Early again.
No, you're good. You're actually good.
I mean, that's good. I mean,
that was good.
Yo, beautiful people, you're locked into the day after. Can everyone introduce themselves?
It's your host, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Marks from the east side of the bridge. You know what it is.
I love that so much.
That was really deep.
It's the Shade Queen, my own royalty.
Yo, beautiful people, it's Koi defending your right to fuck it up.
Yo, people's Disunomics. I read stuff so you don't have to.
Love that. Hey, guys.
Well, go on, people, them.
Hello.
Early morning?
Everybody all right?
Yes,
Yeah,
good.
how's
I'm
everyone
good. I'm
doing?
good. I actually want to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have been on a train recently, yeah? But do you get offended when people don't sit next to you and there's a
Yeah.
space next to you? I got really offended today.
I do. And I'm a germaphobe.
Do you want them to sit next to you?
No, I don't. But what made everyone? There's a reason for everything. What
Yeah.
made you sit next to that person over there and not next to me? I don't.
Especially when it's like packed over on that side.
It wasn't packed. There was a space next to me and a space over there. But I don't feel like we were equidistant. He could have come to either chair. Like, so what made you choose that chair?
Now, for me, I'm offended when there's not like no other space and there's space next to me where you choose to stand.
Yeah.
I think that's so
100%. Yeah,
personal. That's so rude.
That's when times when my black privilege comes in handy.
That's what I think. I'm thinking, yes.
Do you think?
Really?
Yeah.
It's true. I was
Stretch
black.
my arms out a little bit more. You say you was black.
I was black.
Like it's possible for it to change.
No,
Yeah,
I know,
it
but
is.
you're right. The other person wasn't.
You say you was what?
She's black.
I'm black.
Yeah, but you need to turn up. Because maybe you was turning it down.
Oh, well, I need to turn up the fact that I was black.
Turn up the blackness.
What do you mean?
Because maybe you was toning it down.
I wasn't turning it down. I was like sitting like this. I was being quiet.
Because you can
Black
project.
every day.
Yeah, it's true.
You can project.
Project
See, like
what they're
there's
not
guys
black.
like there's sometimes like I can go and do things and I know that I can do it and they're not gonna say nothing because
okay.
the way I present. I'm a
Yeah,
young,
you do that.
I'm a young black man. Like they're just not gonna say nothing. Like,
Yeah.
They're just not gonna say anything.
Kids,
You know, like
do
with,
not try this at home.
you know, like with
Honestly.
cues or something. You know, like the cues. Oh, you can't push in. All right, watch this. I'm just gonna go.
Wait, watch this.
Like-
You pushing cues?
Oh yeah, of course.
Instead of course.
I don't mean like rave. I'm talking about like Tesco's.
Tesco's, Fort Park,
Stop it.
motorway, anywhere you want.
Hey, I remember
I'm not
one
waiting
time,
for anything.
No, that's
You're
foul.
very likable, Margs. I'm yeah.
I remember one time I was outside the bank here, like getting out cash, but I could see inside the bank, yeah. And I just saw a brother, there's a long queue, a brother just bopped straight to the till, bro. Like,
Stop it.
Nobody said nothing.
Mm.
And he just bopped there with full confidence.
But you know what it's about British people? They don't say anything. What they do, they look at each other like,
They go on their secret Twitter account
And so-
tweet hella
yeah,
racist.
exactly,
Fuck
yeah.
Meghan Markle. That's what they're on.
One thing
I
I,
love
don't
Meghan.
queue, yeah, like if you ever get on a train at Canary Wharf, people queue.
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah.
hate, yeah.
And some places like in the city, people queue for buses. I'm not doing that.
I'm not
going
doing that.
straight
That
on.
I'm not doing.
I'm not queuing.
You're
Get
not
out of
gonna-
here, man.
But all right, cool.
I'm not doing that.
Get out of here.
I like you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna learn a lot from you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna learn.
Yeah.
Is he at a bank? Watch. Going straight.
No, the bank's a bit crazy though. I can't
Oh,
lie.
is it?
They can be
Okay.
shouting.
If you do that to me the bank, you have to scrap.
You know what,
Like, to
ain't,
the
there
back,
some,
ma'am.
ain't there some cues that you just look at and you just know you're not.
I'm not
waiting
going
in
to
them?
do that. Yeah.
Like just.
Absolutely.
So what queue do you look at? And
I can't. One that just popped into my head literally just now. I come out of one of them super clubs in Ibiza or something like that. I can't remember what it was, if it was Pash or something. I don't know, one of them. You know the huge ones that hold
Revolution.
thousands and thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of people.
Bear drugs.
And we was coming out
Screaming.
the most drugs in just lots of them. And then man was coming out of there, like the rave was done, and then like I'm just walking past people. I didn't even know what the queue was because I was like, I thought the rave's finished. You know what I'm trying to say? That this queue was long.
That's
Like,
mad.
long, and I just kept walking, and then I saw that it was a taxi.
Taxi queue, yeah, do that.
Oh, wow.
I said, "Oh my lord!"
I'm here now, though.
There's-
Might as well get in.
Dude, anybody? Are people really gonna go?
No, people love a
'Cause-
queue.
No,
But
that
it
don't make
also
no
drunk
sense though. It's
and
too long.
high.
It
Yeah,
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
But
'cause
also-
I just walked straight to the front.
I said, give me a queue that you wouldn't jump in the front of.
Oh, that I wouldn't jump.
Yeah.
I mean, heaven.
Yeah, I was
Heaven.
about to say. I
Screaming.
think you should behave then.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wait my turn to
Yeah,
get
you
into
can't
heaven.
jump the queue.
Just the
Let's-
anticipation.
let's- trying to get in
Let's go
there.
Sainsbury's, them places, and the bank.
The bank.
But like, if it's
Yeah.
like public transport and that, or waiting for a taxi, bro, man.
Yeah, I got
Oh, do you mean like a checkout?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well they got bags and trolleys and stuff. You can't.
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a fire,
like your place is your place in the
Yeah.
checkout.
No, but if you're in the queue and you're sightseeing, I'm going to the front.
What do you mean
Okay.
sightseeing? What
Like,
do you mean
you're standing there,
sightseeing?
you're with your trolley, but you're not here.
What you can do? What
I've
about if
gotta
you
go.
saw a trolley like
And it wasn't proper.
like it was unmanned? Is that the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then it's unmanned, isn't it? It's a
No,
test
but
now.
like,
You
but
gotta move
say that
past it.
you wanted bread and the bread was there, but the bread's all the way. Like,
I've
we
taken
take the bread at the
I've
trolley.
taken something out of someone's trolley before, and there was none left. Why are you not with your trolley? If it's very important to you, you need to guard your Rice Krispies. I'm sorry.
You've taken out somebody's trolley.
Who's gonna beat me?
So now they're
You're not gonna see me.
Now they're gonna check out.
That's just a
go
shame.
home.
This is what I mean about your choice of a hippie.
That's a shame.
They're gonna go home with no bread.
That's a damn
Little
shame.
Samantha has no
That's
toast in the morning.
Teach Samantha how to have yogurt in the mornings with her bowels. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that.
All right, guys, let's jump straight to the first headline. You lot are crazy.
I told you, Brent's in his own world.
Yo, beautiful people. So let's jump into our first headline. The police speak to Nicholas.
Sturgeon.
I was gonna say it. You know what I mean? Take my time. Sturgeon, Scotland's first minister over violations of COVID rules. I have mixed reactions to this, but I want to hear you guys.
I think we need to get off their back now. I think it's done. Like the conversation is done. I think how long has this conversation been going on for now? Like over a year?
It started off with Boris because Boris decided to have a party right in the heat of him fining everybody left and right for any kind of gathering. Remember, people couldn't go to funerals, people couldn't get together for Christmas.
Yeah, but not to be insensitive, but he was irresponsible when he caught COVID. You were responsible, you didn't catch COVID. Maybe you did. I just think that's like...
Do you know what it is? I think people, sometimes when someone like says something and then it's just like you want to beat them.
Yeah, people definitely want to beat
People
him.
just want to beat the PMs, innit?
Yeah.
Because the PMs were just PMing.
What's her trim like?
Who's trim?
Nicola.
Sturgeon. It's like...
She got like a short little...
Oh, she got short back and sides?
You know all this time I thought was a man.
No, Nicola.
Huh? Sorry, what?
I'm having a early... Go on, sorry. Carry on.
What are we doing here?
It's like compact in that.
Yeah. It's like a helmet-ish.
Kind of, no, like the
Oh,
Russian
no.
hats. It's kind of that type of shape.
Oh,
So it is a short back. So she had reason to be in the barbers then. No, because I'm just asking.
Actually,
The thing is
let me
that
see
I
what
don't
she
even
look
think
like.
she's...
They said she was in the barbers, not the hairdresser. So I just wanted to. What's her trim like?
You're dumb. I think...
Let me see what she looks like.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
That's a barber's thing.
That's a
the-
barber trim.
Nah, that's a hairdresser. That's
No,
not even
barber
that.
trim. I fucking...
Nah, sis could have done that at
If I was
home.
behind her in the chair, I'll be
I'm sorry,
fuming,
but there's no
bro.
intention behind the haircut. She could have done that at home.
Man, I think, what did they...
Go Tony and Guy, man. What are you doing?
Exactly.
When COVID was
Even
it was
need
probably
that.
cheaper. When COVID was COVIDing, did you have to wear a mask in the barbers?
You couldn't
You
go
have to
for
wear
a
a
while.
mask everywhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So what is she in violation of? Going there, or is this? Did she go
If she
where we
weren't wearing
couldn't?
a
Somebody
mask.
filmed her.
Not
while
being
she was-
not must.
while she
But
was-
how do you know she's not exempt?
She's not.
Well, she's not.
Because we were.
Someone like the PM, you
True.
would know if they...
True,
or-
that's
yeah.
true. That's the point.
Here's the thing. She made an apology. My thing, yeah, this is my
Oh,
issue.
okay.
There's two things, yeah. We all have different relationships with this idea of COVID. Some people take it really seriously.
Yeah.
I was one of them. Lockdown was lockdown for me.
Mhm.
Some people didn't.
Yeah.
And I think then the media was all on it. Then they stopped talking about it. And then, do you know what I mean? I kind of feel like it gives mixed messages to people
does.
about how serious COVID. Some people think COVID is just a flu. Like,
That's
do you know what I mean?
us as the public, and you're allowed to do that. But the people in a position of power,
Yeah.
they're being held to different
But
standards. to
this
us,
is
you get
no.
what I'm
But
trying to
this
say?
is the problem.
And they're not even adhering to the rules that they're setting for us. So I don't really care about all that kind of stuff. I don't care about the parties and face masks. And actually, if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care about none of it. I don't care what they do.
I don't care.
I don't care about it. I don't care if I see it. I don't care about none of it.
Yeah.
But what I do care is that you're supposed to be like you're in a leadership position
Yeah.
in the country, and you're not even adhering to the rules that you're holding us to, and we can get in trouble for these.
Like,
Yeah, people were getting
these
stupid
things.
fines, you know.
Yeah,
who,
so you need to be held accountable too, basically. So I will get on to you for
Yeah.
not wearing your mask, even though I don't
Yeah.
care that you ain't got your mask on, because
AJ
you're supposed to have your mask on, really.
AJ Tracy put
Oh,
up
yes.
yesterday that I got fined. He got fined 10K.
No, but he had a street party, the uncle. Come on.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But what I think it is everything you're saying is right. If you're gonna make a rule, you gotta
Yeah.
like live up to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the problem with these people. I feel like they focus way too much on like performative. Like politics
Yeah.
seems to be like 80% performing, like just pretending like they're living.
Yeah, you're-
It'll probably make more sense if they were a little bit more honest and a little bit more down to earth. Like I think it would make we spend too.
Yeah, but the rules is the rules, and they was put in place to safeguard us at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
No, 100%. But I feel like the problem with politics is that they genuinely like it's like a song and dance. Like it's so much about what people think. And I just feel
I
like,
feel like it's appearing to
It's a-
do something, but you're not actually doing anything.
it's like, can you do your job and actually
Yeah.
make it? Like, there were so many things they could have done in COVID to make us safer than just setting an example.
Yeah,
like,
but that's just like general politics. If you're saying like you can't believe what they say and it's all a song and dance or
Yeah.
this is kind of different because this is first-hand experience for all of us, not just us living through it. The people running the country.
Yeah.
We lived through a pandemic. You know what I'm trying to say? That there's rules that are in place that we don't even know why they're in place.
Yeah.
They're rules that just always been here. But these pandemic ones, we know why they're in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People was dying, hospitals were full.
Yeah.
Like we know why these rules were put in place.
Yeah.
You lot told us that if we do this, it's gonna help curve the rise of the disease and all this stuff. So these rules are here for a reason. These ain't like no. And the people in position of power and control are not following these rules. It's gonna lead to anarchy.
Okay, so look what happened when the
good.
police spoke to her. The police ended up saying, if I'm correct, the police decided no further action was required. She apologized. She came out with a statement. So, but other people got fined. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember like there was a girl as well who got fined. I remember these two girls. They got fined for going on a walk. But it's like with different households.
Yeah.
And they had like space between them. But at that time it was lockdown and they didn't. I suppose weren't. You were allowed to go out, but not with someone else, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they got fined like heavily.
So that's what I'm saying. This is performative because if the police have gone to... By the way, I actually don't have a problem with this woman, innit? Shout out to the hairstyle, shout out to all of that. But I
Not the
personally
hairstyle,
feel
child.
like it's sort of performance. Even the police talking to her, even the police, they didn't even want to make a move with Boris. It was until people put bare pressure that I don't even know what happened to Boris in the end. But other
Yeah.
He
people,
got
like
fined.
students, were getting fined
Got fined.
10,000. There was no
That's mad.
understanding. There was no understanding of the situation. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about the AJ Tracy one. There's just people walking in the
Yeah.
park or trying to go to a funeral
Mm.
that got in serious trouble.
Mhm.
You lot haven't saying that the police spoke to this lady and so it's equal and it's fair. It's not because the punishment isn't matching the energy that these people, that you know what I mean? It's,
I'm gonna lie, I think they think we're a joke. Same way they had that party and all that kind of stuff. Because
100%.
even her apology is very cheeky. Talking about, sorry I didn't wear it for a few seconds. That's so rude. You can apologize, hun.
Yeah,
Don't be
that's,
silly.
that's them. Oh, sorry for how I made you.
Yeah,
feel.
sorry I made you.
Yeah.
How I
Sorry
made
you
you
felt like that.
Yeah.
There was somebody says that. They're like, bro.
That's the
I'm sorry
worst.
you got a problem
Yeah.
with what I done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't have a problem with what I do. You deserve it. Hold that. That's one of them ones.
but yeah,
Actually ridiculous.
I don't know. Okay, so now that COVID's like, I don't want to say calm down because I know like people literally still passing away with it, but they've changed the rules. People can go outside and all of that. This isn't still in place now, right? This is for old things.
I think maybe it's old. It's done now, isn't it?
It's old, yeah, but it's like, because it's stuff that happened when we've still had these restrictions, they haven't finished the investigations. But I guess now this is concluded. Have they
Yeah.
finished the party one? Because, gosh.
Yeah. But that man got
Do you know
fined.
what's mad? That he did
Mad.
lie though. At first, he did say
He lied hella times.
Yeah, he
With
was
Boris,
like, how,
he said
Yeah.
he was downstairs and he was working upstairs.
Do you know
something
what-
I
like
said I caught him in 4K.
Bro,
right,
Brother,
dancing
the
with
guy,
Sturgeon.
the woman he's with now, he cheated on his partner with. Like,
Yeah.
he got used.
Yeah.
He lies. He lies.
That's what he
like,
does.
like, all he does is lie.
Lie.
What,
Literally,
what are we
all
talking
he does
about?
is lie.
The man's a liar. He's a cheat.
And do you know what? I think that's made him more likable. Not to me, but I feel like people definitely think
To
he's a
the
terrible
whites.
PM.
Yeah.
Women.
But like, not to women. Women don't
Not to
like
women.
Boris.
These are enablers, man. You said it. She said he's a cheat. She said, "I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's made him more likable and
I
appealing."
said not to me. You don't listen. I
Huh?
said not to me.
But
But
you
it was
don't
your
listen.
I said
idea.
not to me.
It was your
Like,
idea
for
that you
some
put out there. You gotta take
reason-
accountability for that
some
idea.
reason-
Who
listen,
told you
I
that?
apologize that
If
you
it's not
feel
to-
this
if it's not-
way.
if it's not to you.
I hate that you feel this
Who-
way. I'm so sorry. I've seen it though.
Who
I've
told
seen
you
it.
that Boris is more appealing now?
No, I said they think he's a terrible PM. They
Mm,
definitely think
they
he's a terrible
definitely,
PM
definitely,
because he is a
definitely.
terrible PM.
Yeah.
But I feel like people find him entertaining. They find there's a level of celebrity with him because of the fact that he does that. Same
He
with that
doesn't
guy
care,
that was
like-
touching up a woman. Did he not go on Stephen's podcast? What podcast? You know that podcast about entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
He went on. You know.
Oh, Matt Hancock.
Yeah, he went like there's a level of celebrity
Yeah.
when
Okay,
you do
yeah,
dumb
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that about Boris as well.
People just like people
Never
that
come
don't
for me
care.
again. Sorry.
All right.
Anyway, is there any more to be said about Boris and the way he lives his life?
No, I feel
Nah,
good
man.
about
Anything
that,
to say about COVID?
It's still out there, so people be sensible.
We gotta live with it now, man. So I
Yeah.
think we just get used to it. It's just
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Be
I hope
guided.
so. Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people been dying from the flu every year and stuff like that. So like diseases are killing people. This is
Yeah.
this
This is one of
life.
them now.
Yeah, this is our reality. So this is just one of them. We got
Yeah.
add to the list.
Yep.
I know. All right. Cool. I'm ready to jump into the next segment. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Cool. This is called What You Saying. All right. So I'm going to pose a question to you guys and then we can just go back and forth the way we love to do.
Of course.
So the question is, does society hate on its billionaires? And if so, is it justified?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians yesterday.
Am I a part of society?
Are you a part of society? Are
Because
you a
you're saying
bi-
like it's billionaires, like we have them, and I don't have no billionaires. Like, Like I'm thinking,
If
do
you
I
knew couple
hate
that
on my
party-
billionaires? Wait, I don't have no
I don't have any
billionaires. Because if I had any billionaires, I would be at least a millionaire, surely. Like, surely. I don't have any billionaires to hate on.
So done.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just checking.
But like rich people in general, people tend to hate on rich people.
Yeah, they do.
I think people hate on rich people until
It helps them.
and they want to be rich themselves, so they hate on them until they become rich and they become the person that they hated. Then it's just like okay,
Yeah,
because people are like always like, oh, if they shared all the money, there'll be no like hunger in Africa.
Did you hear what Elon did? So
he
Elon,
did?
like a couple, you would know this, I'm guessing, because you're Disunomics. But Elon asked, someone said, if Elon did something, poverty will end. So he questioned them on Twitter. He was like, okay, so what's the plan?
Okay,
What
Yeah, I remember
what
that
do you
too.
need me to do?
now you're quiet.
Say, and then the guy was like, I would love to meet up with you. He was like, no, tweet it. What is it? What step by
Same
step
energy.
should I do? How much money do I need to give to what to end poverty? I don't know what happened afterwards. I'm not going to say nothing happened, but I didn't follow the rest of it.
I'm
so-
going to guess he couldn't do the maths.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, because I think like often there's like, especially when things start to get a bit techie in the world in terms of like in the Western world, when like the economy is going down and people don't have as much money, people always tend to, and it's like a trick that the media play. They always kind of shine a light on billionaires, like they should be paying more when it's like, I think we need to understand that billionaires get taxed. Everybody gets taxed. Just because after they're taxed, they have way more than us doesn't mean they get taxed. Like, if you're earning millions of pounds a year, the amount of tax you pay is like equivalent to like hundreds of thousands of regular people. So there's this energy that, and a lot of people are seeing people say stuff like, oh, billionaires, they must have exploited somebody to get their money. I'm like, that's just life. Like, to make a profit, you have to be getting a better deal than somebody else. You get like everybody who works, like your employer's paying you that because they're making a profit off you. So that you like, how far do you go in terms of exploitation? But I don't know. I feel like we got bigger problems than billionaires. I feel like, especially if you're a billionaire, like let's say you created a brand new company and it's solving a need or providing a solution and you blur, then I feel like that's fine. Like you deserve to get the riches, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe if you've just got your family stole bare land and then you're a billionaire through that, then it's a bit different. So I think it just depends on what the billionaire is like. But
I think maybe it's like that. I don't know, like upbringing or your outlook on life, because I don't look on people with money and think like that.
same.
I don't care how they got it or how much of it they got. I don't look at people with money like that, because I've come from nothing and I've always wanted and trying to make for myself. When I see people with money, you gravitate towards it. Like, you like that. I'm kind of like, I don't begrudge them for anything they got. I look at them and think, how can I get that? How can I get there? So if there's billionaires or whatever, I just think like, well, I want a billionaire, or there's a step that needs to be taken to wherever. I don't look at them and think, oh, you got all this money.
100.
How did you get that? Or you should be doing this, or you should be doing that.
Yeah,
I don't even look at that. I look and think, it's lit.
that's good. Like, good for you, kind of
That's-
thing.
Yeah, good for you. How do I get over there?
I feel like we're all quite similar in terms of, why am I watching a billionaire's pocket?
Yeah.
But let's think about it from the other point of view. Do you think there are any arguments for whether we should not hate on our billions, but question them?
Like, want them to do.
Like, I don't know. What do we want them to do? It's their money. That's so mad, because if it was somebody who was earning 50k a year, I don't think I would ever feel the right to say to them, what are you doing with your money?
Yeah,
Are
you
you
give it to
supporting any
charity?
charities?
Yeah.
Yeah, because hell of us, like even in London, we treat homeless people like they're furniture.
Mate.
Like the majority of people that walk past homeless person won't give them a single penny.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So how does that make us any different? Because somebody has a
lot of
massive
it,
surplus.
yeah.
Because if you're a billionaire, you could probably give like $1 million to charity or do whatever initiative, blah blah blah. But if you're somebody earning more than the living wage in London, you could probably give £1 or £2.
Yeah, but they don't.
Or sandwich to somebody that you see in the street, but we don't. Do you get it? So I don't know. I just don't like the pocket.
Are we supposed to?
Huh?
Are we supposed to?
I think
Yeah, but not a lot of people do. What you mean, like giving to homeless people?
Yeah, just give to anybody. Just
No,
to, like,
wait, not a lot of people
like,
don't.
always out that. No, it's nice to do it if you're that way inclined. Like, it's always nice to get a helping hand. But I'm saying, like, even like as a society, like, are we supposed to? Like, not helping someone is different from like shitting on them and putting them down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that's actually like two different things. Like, everybody just getting on with themselves and doing their thing, is that necessarily a bad thing? Like, granted, it goes without saying, if we all help each other, we're all going to be better off.
Yeah,
It's not, that's not realistic.
Yeah, that's just.
I definitely think we should build in helping people into society.
Do you think we should
in
be
some way.
obliged to do it? Like,
I don't think.
Do you know why? Because if we allow a certain part of society to like rot away, we don't not have to deal with that. There will be manifestations of that, whether it's crime, whether it's you can't. We're all part of like hippie, fine, but we're all part of like one. If we all live in a town, right?
Yeah.
Ignoring 10% of it because they haven't been able to manage themselves, whatever. Just ignoring.
Yeah.
I think is quite like that's not gonna just disappear. That's a part of this town.
Still, yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of you're closing your eyes doesn't make the problem disappear. So I do think when I say oblige, by the way, it doesn't mean here's 50% of my pay, go and do whatever you like with it.
Something.
But maybe create a framework where if they have certain things that are making bad decisions more likely, do you know what I mean? Because it helps all of us in the end.
I think Mark's question is more philosophical though. Like, does it make us bad if we don't do? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think it makes us.
I don't think it makes.
I don't think it makes you bad.
But I think.
I don't think it makes.
I don't think it makes you bad. It just
we probably should. I think it would be nice if we should. Try to say.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it makes you a bad person if you don't. Do you get it? And I don't think it makes a billionaire a bad person if they don't give, I don't know, 100 million to UNICEF. Like,
I think morally,
I know I won't.
It's like the nice thing to do. But then I just think these things anyway, there's social constructs where you think about it. Like, you're not a bad person if you don't give, but I guess you're not the best person if either. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you give, you're a good person, but I just think, I mean, personally, I think we should give to homeless people. I actually do think that. But I don't think that people should be obliged to.
The reason why I think you should give to homeless people is because, for me, the reason why I will, right, is because for me, that £1, right, coffee for me, not even coffee, actually, I live in London, but for them, it could contribute to them staying somewhere.
Or something, yeah.
I mean, it could also contribute to drugs as well. I know a lot of people say don't.
No, but you know what? I always think that drugs thing, I always think, because a lot of people use that as an excuse not to give. And I think, listen, mate, if you were homeless, sun, snow, cold, whatever, bro.
But don't. But
you
inject.
Did you just say eject it?
Can't tell who really
inject
deserves
it.
it, man. These people ain't necessarily deserving like that.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
not for you to.
I guess
exactly.
Yeah,
so you plant that.
No, but for
and
me,
we're gonna do. That's it.
For me, I pick and choose when I give homeless people money. There's times when I've seen homeless people or had conversations and I thought to myself, let me give you. And there's times when they come up to me and I've told them I ain't got nothing for you and I've got loads of change on me. And it's my prerogative.
Yeah.
It depends on how I feel. But that's because that's just how I feel on that day. But if I was passionate about a cause, about housing homeless people, giving money to homeless people on the street and doing that, majority of them are going to go and take it and spend drugs. There's foundations and stuff that you can support, that you can go and put bodies on beds if that's what you're serious about. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
But
Like,
also, but I think also then people there's always a roadblock, a mental roadblock with any way of helping others. For instance, yes, giving the money. Actually, I don't know. Let me give to charity. Actually, I don't know how much of this money is going to go to them. There's always, at some point, I think it does come down to you doing your best and be knowledgeable about what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I like what you said about like you give when you feel like it. I'm like that as well, where because I do have a thing that homeless people breaks my heart and stuff, but there's homeless people I've walked past that I haven't given them anything, and there's ones where like I've walked past and then my spirit's like no, go back, and I'll literally go cash point and then come back to give them. So it really is about how you feel.
And also like food. I think my thing at one point was food. Like I would go and get them like food. Or,
but sometimes they don't want food because they
they've
get
told
money
me.
for hostels.
They've said they have made requests 100%.
No, some people make requests.
Like requests.
I remember my brother was gonna give someone money one time, and obviously took his wallet out, and he must have given the guy like £5. The guy's like, oh, like, so you got 20. Can I get that?
But all they're doing is jumping the queue. It's Darling mentality. Like they've seen how much they can get out of that situation.
I'm gonna lie, but
that's what it.
All right, the hold is either 5 or 0. Either way, I'm easy.
Would you give to? Well, I think we kind of touched this, but would you give to a homeless person if you knew they would waste the money?
Yeah.
If you still did, does that make you a good person or someone who doesn't value money?
I think I'm a good person because I've given like. It's not for me to say
I value money.
What
but
it is
I'm a
that
good person. Facts.
Yeah, but it's not for me to say what you're going to spend it on. Like I can give someone money knowing that they're going to spend on. It might sound mad, but spend on drugs. I don't know what helps you in life.
But
this
also,
stuff's weird. That's self-serving. If the money doesn't mean nothing to you because you've got it and you only give it to someone to make yourself feel good, and you actually don't even care what they do with the money, whether it helps them or not, it's just for your own. Is that a good deed? Are you?
That's not good. I don't think that's a good deed. I think if you do something to make yourself feel good, and because you're like, I'm doing a good deed. Personally, I don't think that's a good deed because I think
all those people that
a selfish deed.
Those people that film themselves,
they're the
giving
worst.
money to people.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, make sure the lighting's
They're
good.
the worst.
You got me from this angle, yeah.
I hate those so much.
I feel like I feel like you're right. It's always good to question your motivations, innit?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that person that's receiving it, they have something they didn't have a second ago.
Yeah.
That makes their day slightly easier.
Yeah.
With everybody, it could be you're investing in a business. When you give that money, what you're giving is them authority to make a decision. That's the most we can do. Like, do you know what I mean? Anytime, even if you give someone your time, they still make that decision on how they want to spend it.
Yeah.
So I feel like to kind of police, like
How someone should spend
imagine,
something.
and also they can like. There's no way you will know. Like, how can I judge myself on the
What I'm
lack
seeing.
of information? Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So basically, though, just to round up, yes or no, does society hate on its billionaires?
They do, because they're haters. There's a lot of hateration spirit running around. A lot of people.
Hateration is dance free.
Exactly. Self-hateration.
All right, so everyone's saying yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, and is that wrong to do? Yes or no?
Yes, it is wrong. Mind your
Yeah,
business.
get your
Focus
money
on
up,
your
man.
focus. Get your money up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you become a
How about
billionaire, do what you got to do with that.
They wouldn't.
Okay,
That's
alright,
a joke.
Let's jump into our next headline. Hey, I was drinking. All right, cool. This next headline is that captured Britons on Russian TV appeal for help. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's really sad, and I don't know if it's
Captured how? Slavery kind of capture.
War.
Were they
like
fighting?
walk.
Yeah.
They was fighting
Yeah.
with the Ukrainians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And then
then
they
they
got
got
captured.
and then
Yeah.
they got put on TV.
Oh, it's like, boy, yeah.
Do you, when you go into
That
the
guy
army,
that
do you
did that
sign
gym video, was
something?
he one of them?
No.
Can I
No,
say
no,
that?
no, no,
Aye,
no,
they
no.
wasn't. They haven't
'Cause-
like. They're not like doing like gone to do jihad or what, or that Egypt lights and you got turned away.
Yeah,
No,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
That's like
they
asking,
don't.
was
No,
he
they're
one of
not. They're not.
Not Egypt,
They're English.
asking you.
They're English born. They haven't gone over there to fight. They
No,
live
they-
over there.
yeah.
They've got Ukrainian partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, they feel like they're part of the
So Ukrainian by association.
kind of
Okay.
Yeah. They wanted to.
So what? They are British people
that live in Ukraine
Yeah.
with Ukraine gal,
Yeah.
Okay, so they married, and so the
and then man
Russians-
come and try and diss their gal,
Yeah.
and then now they're representing the thing.
So obviously, do you know what I mean? Imagine me at home like, babe, you're not gonna rise it for Ukraine. Do you know what I mean?
I
Just
can't
sitting
lie
at
to
home.
you. I
You
got
feel
it.
me?
So they weren't captured then.
They were.
No, they were.
captured.
Oh, they were captured.
But they stayed to get captured.
They were
Yeah,
captured. Yeah.
Oh, so they had a girlfriend in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
They're
They
trying to
were in the
help-
Ukraine.
but
they
they
live
live
They
there.
live in the Ukraine.
They live in the Ukraine. They have
Yeah.
a girlfriend there.
Yes.
Are you making that up or is that
No,
true?
that's
they,
right.
so they have
Partners.
Read the information.
so
Look who's on job with the doc today.
they have a girlfriend
Yeah.
in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then what?
Screaming.
And obviously,
Putin just got them.
No, obviously, it's not when when the Russians then went through, like,
Yeah.
Ukraine was like, no, we're gonna rise it. I think one of them might have been ex-military.
They were Marines, innit?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they joined the Marines.
Okay.
Ukraine, obviously. Beef kicks off,
Yeah.
and then man, they caught them, and
And
obviously,
then all of a sudden
To-
they
to
remember
Russia.
their English
Nah,
again.
exactly. Nah.
They're like,
Keep
obviously,
the same energy, hun.
they had that man on TV, like, yo, nah,
They
like,
got
Boris,
us.
they got us.
Guys, I don't know if we should be laughing. No,
Yeah, now you know
definitely
what?
not,
You know,
but-
because it's a serious issue. Still.
One,
It's
one of
definitely
them
serious.
had bruises on their face, so it seems like
Yeah, it was a war,
it's
innit?
not. It's not a.
I think it's war. What do you think? A massage? Like, it's war.
War is
So-
war.
It's gonna happen.
But
So
one of
who's got
them
them?
did-
The Russians have got them.
Yeah, Russians
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
them.
And
had-
they want to swap them for
swap them,
political
yeah.
prisoners
For-
that
for,
Ukraine have. So
Victor
Russia.
Medvedchuk, who's a pro. He was like a pro Russian politician in Ukraine,
yeah.
and they say, "Yo, we got two of your man, switch it for my man, and
That's mad.
call it."
So I'm guessing they've made all threats and stuff. I'm guessing like if the swaps doesn't happen, what's the threats
No, no,
like death and stuff?
No,
or-
there's been no threats, but like it's like obviously British people, the Brits can't verify if these men were saying this stuff like freely. I don't believe that man was saying it freely. I think they're saying it under duress because I think one of the videos there was like an unidentified man chilling there, like big man say the lines. You get me? But yeah,
That's
so
mad.
yeah, they're prisoners of war in it. So yeah,
I thought so with them, man. We wish
So
them
who
the
they trying to
best,
stop
wasn't
them for? Ukrainians.
so Ukraine got a pro Ukrainian MP, a pro
Okay.
Russian
MP. Okay.
pro Russian politician. They've got him. They arrested him because they're like, yeah, you're siding with the ops, so you're gonna have to.
Oh, so
And then
then-
Russia's like, listen. So Russia, obviously, Ukraine have no intention of letting man go. So because they got two Brits, therefore, okay, cool. Let's try to
we can
bargain
gamble
with
with it.
Boris.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it depends if the streets are gonna be like on race saying, "Well, I'll bring our boys back." Then maybe Boris might.
But that's if
it's
there's
not
one
gonna
thing about
happen,
this country is that they love to use patriotism to like
Yeah.
activate.
I'm sure they've
What
left their
athletes?
people behind before, though. I'm sure there's been.
I'm sure that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, like 6
And also
years.
these men were in Ukraine because they didn't
Right.
snatch them from
Also,
Westfield.
yeah.
From Westfield.
Yeah, but also, there
Yeah.
weren't people escaping when all of it kicked off. So why did they stay behind?
They were fighting.
They joined the Marines.
I can't lie to you. That's a
She said that sounds like a personal problem to me.
No.
No, but we're still.
it's
I
a
mean,
risk there.
We
It's a
still wish
risky
them all the
So how
best.
should we react?
And we hope they get home safely.
Yeah,
Back to
yeah,
their
we
families.
hope they get-
No,
What's his name?
100%, but how-
Sean Pinner and Aiden Aslin.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Sean's
hopefully they
48,
get back.
Aiden's 28.
Oh.
I was
That's young
28
as
as well.
well.
That's young
That's
as
young.
well.
Very young.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Oh, I really want to say
I
something,
hopefully
but I
Boris
shouldn't be
steps
fun.
in.
Man, I probably didn't even got Afro Nation. There's so many things they
Stop
could've-
it,
Sorry.
please.
Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna be.
Lyric jumps to mind.
They're white. They're not checking for Smith.
I'm not even being funny. If I was in a strange land, if I was in a strange land
Yeah.
with military experience and I've put down roots and I'm saying I've moved here, I've lived here now,
Yeah.
Mm.
and invaders come,
I'm out.
I might protect myself and my
Mm.
land. I'll be honest with you.
I'm out like a light.
I know the type of man I am. I would be protecting myself.
can't
That's
lie.
good.
What do you mean, like a gun and stuff?
With a gun,
Like, you're joining the
axe,
army?
bow. Huh?
That you join the army.
This guy said
No,
the
just your
birds.
house.
You're like Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah. Well, the army, the People's Army. I don't know whether that's rebels. I don't know if there's people on the front line. I don't know if they've gone through official channels. I don't know.
That's
innit?
really good, you know.
Then what's
Because
that?
I'm a crier. I'm out. You might be, Boris might let you in, Pretty might let you in
Yeah.
on account of me, but
Yeah.
I'm going back
No,
to
I'm
Britain.
pretty
Oh,
much
as
ready
in
to
you're
go.
Bro,
staying-
why yeah, you know
No,
where
like he's
they're going.
staying with the new lands. Yeah. Like
He
he's
didn't
staying.
even say his missus. He said the land. So you're staying with the land.
Yeah.
Her too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
heard
there.
too.
She's there. Yeah, she's saying.
And you're saying you would come back and leave the missus.
Out! Are you kidding me?
Dissy, what are you doing?
Keep in mind,
I'm fighting war.
I've got military experience. I've probably
Yeah, but
got. I might have like 1,000 confirmed kills under my belt. So I'm a serious man. Like I'm not scared of what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know. My thing is like,
This is leaving.
nah. if it's Nigeria, if I'm in an African country, I'm
I'm
gonna
never-
rise it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Nah,
say,
that's the worst place to
No,
get
no.
caught.
Let's say like,
Nah.
well, like, me and my missus are now living in Rwanda or even for the Caribbean.
Yeah.
If I'm in Ukraine, they're gonna die for Ukraine. Hey, I'm like, y'all stay
I
safe.
can't lie to you,
yeah.
I'm proudly Nigerian, but I'm not dying for Nigeria.
No, I'm
Nah, I'm
I
out.
No,
don't.
he's
I
not
don't.
saying he'll die for Nigeria. He's just saying.
No,
but
no,
he's
no.
saying, he said that's the only place he would
100%.
wait.
What, like,
Oh.
say,
Yeah,
if
but I
if
never
I'm
said
in
I'll
Nigeria
die.
and
I
then
said I'll die
Germany-
for the land. I said I'll fight.
No,
I
I
said
said
I'll
I'm fine.
fight.
I'm not trying. If I know for sure.
You lose a leg.
Yeah. I
No,
wanna
but like,
live.
no, I'm quite passionate about like anti-colonialism. Like, if
Yeah.
like Germany are gonna try come and rise it, and I'm gonna rise it. But
That's
Yeah.
good.
if I'm in Ukraine and Russia, I'm gonna rise it on Ukraine.
This ain't my
Wait.
fight.
Listen,
Yeah.
my name is Disu. My name's not Chimichev or Mazel Tov. Bro, man's out.
Not Muslim, Tom. You
Man,
are so
out, bro.
annoying.
Get
Nah,
out of
fam.
here. Okay, so what do you think we should do?
I think the government should step in and try and get them back.
I think the government
They should do the swapperoo.
Nah, fam.
No, I think just try and rescue. Actually, no, let me not say that because that means someone else could die. But I think they should try and get everybody.
You're the worst war
Say-
commander ever.
What? I told you, I'm not built for this. I would just cry. Like, I would
civilian.
just cry.
It's cool.
But I think they should try and get them back, get the boys
no.
I
back.
think they
Maybe.
should get them back, but these
Maybe
will
they have
take
to.
years.
But the thing is,
But if you get
Yeah,
them back,
it's
tell them
like-
they can never go back. Because I can't rescue them when things are good again in Ukraine.
They
They
can't-
go back out there. No, hun.
boy, I can't lie, man. The man is in the military. We're gonna have to hold it.
It's a risk,
They're gonna have to hold it,
unfortunately.
Steve.
But get the boys back
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. Hopefully they get home safely.
Yeah, bring the boys back, man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
All right, then. All right, guys, let's jump into our next segment. Word and Word. Lit.
Yeah.
Esther, do you want to jump off?
Of course.
What's the
let's
street
go.
say? What's the road say?
So yesterday we didn't really have a Coachella highlights, but it just kind of come out after we recorded. Dave performed at Coachella.
yes.
I think that was amazing. That was good. Black British excellence,
Love that.
and he
Any-
brought a fan. Sorry,
No, sorry. go on.
he brought a fan up on stage with him.
Mm.
I feel like because I was trying to think who it was that did it, but it was Dave.
It was Dave.
Dave, the same song.
With
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
with
With the same
the
song.
boy with the hat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he got the boohoo deal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that ages ago.
Yeah,
And so he did it again.
yeah, he
at
did it again, the
Coachella,
same song.
And it slapped off again.
Oh, was it the exact same song as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so basically,
Dave,
the fan sings AJ Tracy's part.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, why didn't you take AJ Tracy to
No, that costs
Coachella.
money. That costs money.
can't fund himself?
Huh?
Can't he fund?
No, I
actually,
think
he's
you have to
got
pay.
fine.
I guess you have to pay him, right? To
Yeah,
come on stage.
yeah.
Oh, would you?
Yes.
I mean, as a friend, I would do it. I would do it, but it's a good look, innit? It's nice. It's
Oh, okay,
not
I didn't know
bad,
you'd
though.
have to pay them because it's both our songs though.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's both their songs.
I know,
AJ
but
Tracy's
he's
on the
getting
song.
paid to be at Coachella.
If Coachella want me there and I'm AJ Tracy, they got to pay me. If Coachella ain't paying me and Dave wants me there
Yeah.
as my brethren,
I might
he
roll
better
through
cover
My flight.
every cost.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
cost.
So it's going to cost someone something.
Mm.
And
Okay.
no one won't pay for
So
it.
they thought it's cheap to get fans.
Dave, I wouldn't mind if you called up, like, do you know what I mean? Just like
What is it?
a
to
black
sing the
girl
verse?
to say the lyrics as well. No, this isn't a racing, but I think it would be a nice look as well.
Yeah, it could be cute.
I think
But
it would be a nice look.
the guy killed it. He killed the performance.
No, he did amazing.
He did really well. But still on music, Kendrick Lamar announced a new album.
I'm excited.
Out on the 13th of May. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone listen to Kendrick here?
Yeah. I do.
I'll listen to this though.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to him. I'm more of a J. Cole babe.
Okay.
But
Nobody fought you.
I don't. But I think I'm gonna listen to this one actually. I'm quite.
I'm gonna get
I
back
like
in my
it.
music bag just in general. I want to
Okay.
digest
Yeah.
more music. Like
Sick.
these
Yeah.
projects and that.
I get you.
That fell off. So I'll be listening to that.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't want to talk about Takeshi, but he's still around, claiming that he's poor.
269.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to hold that.
But apparently he's got a fine, like a $1 million fine
From who?
from snitching the first time from the judge. He got to pay victims. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, because
Yeah.
he snitched, he has to pay the victim.
Yeah, so he owes $1 million to robbery victims in a criminal case where he snitched on ex-friends to get a reduced sentence.
I hate that man.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think he's a weirdo.
It's just
more pain for him. In Jesus' name.
and he's running around New
So
York.
what's
man.
Not praying.
He's what?
He's running around New York with a new bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys that's co-signed him and stuff, and it's just
It's all.
and
He's a
he's
bit of a
back
weirdo.
and he's making music. And
My
he's-
thing is, how old is he? Like,
He's
I'm gonna
young.
guess like 26 or something. Yeah.
if that.
How
If
can
that.
you write off your whole like? It's just his whole life. I just don't know what because he can't take the tattoos off. He can't. I guess
Is he
dyes
white or is he
hair.
mixed?
I have no
I think he's
clue.
white.
No, he's Spanish.
He's
Spanish.
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 His name is
Okay.
Daniel Hernandez.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. Like, I'm just like, how does he start again? Like, where? Because
I don't think
he can't do this music thing.
He can. He's still been doing music.
No, I know he's doing music, but as in, like, think about the peaks of success he was at,
Yeah.
and now he's doing whatever he's doing now. Do you know what I mean? He must feel the difference.
He's
And
25.
the money's
Oh, okay.
I don't believe the money's strong anymore. He
No, the
doesn't-
money is strong because he claims that he's told a judge that he hasn't got any money anymore,
Yeah.
but he's on Instagram flaunting all the time like 50 Cent with money, like holding money,
Mm.
carrying money, posing money, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but he can't be doing that many shows. It'd be documenting it. I don't know what like. It's funny money. It's people that's come around him probably want the limelight, see opportunities there,
Mm.
probably get cash out and stuff like that. I don't know how much money he's actually making
Yeah.
Yeah.
for himself.
It must be
after
so
everything's
stressful.
happened. I don't think he could be. I just don't think he could be like that successful. Like the way he's moving with the kind of money, he's not making that kind of money. Really, is he
Yeah.
anymore?
And you can't
I
really
don't
do
think so.
shows
Like you can't do shows.
Oh, yeah, you can't do shows and
Can't tell
stuff.
people where you're at. All your video shoots have to be done in silence.
In
And
20,
quiet.
at
Whoa.
25.
At 25 to just kind of like determine so many elements.
It's good,
of
and we
your
give
life.
thanks, man. I pray for his downfall, man.
Yeah, that's what you get.
There's that.
All right, you know.
But yeah, a bit of sad news. Ronaldo's twin, so his girl was pregnant with twins, and the boy sadly passed away. And he released a statement yesterday. But stuff like this, it always makes me think like, I don't know, like in an ideal world, right? You would just think people have sense, but they really don't.
What do people
In what
Because people
sense?
are like in the comments like, oh, like Messi's child still alive, and
No.
this like very, very insensitive stuff people are saying, and it's just like,
The internet's full of scum, you know.
Yeah,
You're sicko.
the United. I was looking at that yesterday. The United Twitter, whoever handles the Twitter, they missed a trick. Still, they shit the bed on that one. They done bad. They posted because I'm guessing he wouldn't have been at training and stuff. Yeah, so I'm guessing internally they would know.
yeah.
But like, it would have been an hour or two before Ronaldo made the announcement. They've posted something about our number 7 and he scored 3 goals on the weekend.
Yeah.
How many is he gonna get in the game on Tuesday? Like,
Oh.
like suggesting like he's gonna play and all that. I'm thinking like, at that point, wouldn't you sort of known something was going on and he put, or he was? But then again,
You never
it's
know.
just a baby though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just so they probably might not have been expecting it.
Mm.
But then even so, once he made the announcement, they never like took the post down or they never made a post.
Really?
They never made a post like instantly like with
To-
condolences and nothing.
condolences.
They never took the comments off. So
That's
that
so
stuff that you're saying,
insensitive.
people who was in the tweets in the comments just
Just spamming it.
just
jump
stupid
fast.
fans just saying like horrible, insensitive things like, and it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, they could have managed that a bit better.
Yeah,
Still.
that was heartbreaking to see, man.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
sad.
You know, it's horrible.
Very sad.
Losing a child must be one of the worst things in the world.
Yeah, man.
And then obviously it's confusing because it's twins, so it's like you can't even really grieve properly because you've got to
Yeah,
have
you
a
got
baby
one.
there to-
Yeah.
That's
to
what they
look
said.
after.
What's getting them through is, I think in
Baby
the statement
girl.
they made
Yeah.
this comment that what's getting them through is their baby girl.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
That's so
I
sad.
hope my thoughts are with her, with Ronaldo, with
All of them,
the
yeah.
twins mum, the whole family.
Sad story, man.
And then also yesterday, Kelly Rowland had the guys, I was gonna say the girls, but the guys, trying to buy gold chains. Do you find it weird when like certain celebrities, because I don't see her like that. Obviously, I know
do.
that she's made like sexy songs and stuff.
I do.
But I don't know, sometimes I just think it's a bit off brand, isn't it?
Nah, I do.
What does she
So
do?
she basically posted a thing on a story. She said, I wouldn't mind a gold chain in my face tonight. She said, just saying.
That's my gun.
And I just
Kelly.
feel like,
Sorry,
that's
what?
not you.
She's having fun. She's a married woman. She's talking about her husband's gold chain.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
it's
mean?
just, like, I just feel like that's not you.
I don't know. I
What
think,
was the gold? What was that? What's that?
So
insinuating?
if-
Missionary or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
because I was a
Kelly.
bit okay. So what? She just. So
It's
she
so
just.
funny,
She
guys.
just put it out there, like just.
I'm not gonna like
on a random
break it down to
Monday.
me, but yeah. Well, Monday for a celebrity of her status isn't a regular Monday.
Screaming.
It's a
I
series
can't.
of Saturdays when you're at that level. I think she's just having a bit of fun. And I think her other friends, you know, the Lalas, you know, all those like
Yeah, but that's their back, like they're city girls. Not respectfully. Of
alright.
course.
But those are her
They're
friends.
more about it than
No, but
she is.
When you look at Kelly, when you look at Serena, when you look at Sierra, you can tell that sexually they're living. People always say when you get past 30, sexually for women,
Yeah, but I feel
so
like
they're living.
it's just not your brand.
Your brand is what you are, man.
That's true.
And
And
she's
maybe
a
she's
sexually
definitely that.
active
Yeah, that's true.
woman,
actually.
and her husband wears gold chains.
I'm here for it. I love
You
it.
know what I mean?
I'm
I
here
don't
for it.
think-
She's looking very scrumptious these days.
She,
I'm here
bro,
for it.
Kelly's
She's
been
stunning.
on.
She's
I mean,
absolutely
Kelly
stunning.
been, but Kelly's
No, but
been on
she's
a,
like, she's in her
she's
Yeah.
getting fine with
something.
wine.
Yeah, she's
like that.
beautiful. But yeah,
I like it.
that's all from me today.
I love a happy black woman. All right,
Always,
then.
always.
Thank you for that. Word on the road. Phenomenal. All right, let's jump into the next segment. Not no behavior socks.
I know. I saw that. For
That's
okay,
cool.
merch.
I'm gonna need the day after socks soon. You know, don't want to be wearing Nike forever unless Nike wants to sponsor me. Anyway, guys, this is Disunomics Daily.
Yeah, that definitely need to hit me. Anyway, yo, people, this is today's gist. So cancel that streams lock off. Essentially, loads of people have been cancelling subscription services, whether that be your Spotify, your Amazon,
Boy,
your Hulu,
Netflix. That's going up.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix got up. I was like,
They're
what the
rude.
f- slowed down,
You-
buddy.
It's the
You lot-
second time in the last 6 months.
Your second time.
Yeah.
You lot. So the people have been listening to the Instagram entrepreneurs. I've been telling them.
Oh yeah.
Don't buy
Stay for a house. Don't buy
and
coffee.
and
Don't
you get a
breathe.
house.
Yeah, so 1.5 million services were canned in the first 3 months of this year, 2022.
Oh wow.
According to market research firm Kantar. So more than 500,000 cancellations were attributed to people saying, yo, we need to be
People are serious
better
about
with our
saving this
money.
year.
Yeah. So, and like 58%, so if you go to Sainsbury's, and there's 10 people in the queue, 6 out of 10 of them will have at least one streaming service. So that quite a lot of us have paid streaming services.
Yeah.
So
How many did you guys have?
I've got Disney Plus, I've got YouTube Premium.
Do you?
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, but
I don't know why I don't because I'm on YouTube.
yeah,
a
but I
lot.
can't lie. I did a
I
fugazi thing still. So basically, I got a VPN, changed my location to India.
Okay. I don't know if you're saying this on the show.
I don't know
please.
if
Bought
this
in
is...
rupees, £2 a month. Get me. Anyway.
Okay.
That's smart.
Boy,
I've got.
I just need to figure out what
Rupees.
VPN is.
I've got all of them and none of them.
So he doesn't pay for any of
I
them.
got Netflix. and
Are
stuff.
they your girls? Like, your okay. So,
My concubine.
and they say cookie bands. But how do you have them?
Because I know good people.
Yeah, cool, fair. Fair.
What do I have? I've got Netflix, Apple Music, Amazon Prime.
I got Amazon Prime as well. I got too many.
I got Amazon
Also,
Prime.
I also
Disney.
own a Fire Stick and I have
I got
access.
Fire
to,
Stick too.
Yeah, you
I
got
have access to all
All
of
of
those
it.
things, so
Yeah.
I actually don't need those sign ups.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
You know, I got Fire Stick as well. So yeah, and obviously during lockdown, research has said that loads of people got more of these lockdowns, got more of these services because obviously in lockdown you have nothing else to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Disney Plus, all these people saw a big boost, but now obviously with the economy's tight,
You're
Yeah.
stopping your
People-
prices up.
yeah, people are but they're upping the price because of inflation. But people say because of inflation, we're gonna start cancelling. So
Yeah.
it's a bit mad. As we spoke about earlier, captured Britons were paraded on Russian state TV. So Sean Pinner, 48, and Aiden Aslin, 28, were shown in separate videos on Russian state TV, appealing for Boris to come save them and help them. They were pleading for exchange with a pro-Russian politician, Viktor Medvedchuk. I hope I got that right.
Shout out to you.
Held in Ukraine. It isn't clear if these pleas are legit in terms of they went under duress. Both these gentlemen were already in Ukraine. They had partners, and obviously they decided to join the Marines. So hopefully these people come home safely.
I'm guessing they've done checks that they're actually Brits, right?
Yeah, they was on check.
It's not a plant.
Yeah. Yeah. Volunteers to help ambulances. Remember yesterday we were talking about like how there's shortage of beds and like people are waiting extra time for emergency services. there's going to be there's a pilot scheme that's going to be launching in May in London where volunteers will who have been trained will actually start transporting ambulances to assist hospitals. This is to help increase the amount of ambulances to be readily available for more emergency services. Currently, taxis have been doing similar things, but if you're on a like a black cab or a taxi, you can't help them to like get into the hospital and stuff. So so with these people that they're training to drive these ambulances, they're gonna be able to help some people get out the ambulance into the hospital and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I think that's quite a good initiative. But
are they training them to drive ambulances, or you drive your own car?
No, drive ambulances. Oh. Yeah. So it's quite a good initiative, I think.
What did Marks want to do?
But then if they need...
Do you want to
I thought they was training us up so we can like
what, on acting?
Like self-sufficient. Yeah. Like, he's like, man needs to get fit. All right, cool, I'm going to come pick you up. I'm going to bring you to the scene.
Yeah.
Because that way, it would actually help, if that makes sense. Because then we could all
get involved, But obviously,
if you're training
but traffic would be chaotic,
no, because
yeah.
If you train it, okay, cool, we've got more people to train to volunteer and help, but then we ain't got the number of ambulances.
Yeah. So I think you need certain things in the ambulance, but yeah. So but that's I actually think that's a good scheme, but it also shows that how like here we are, in
I feel like if they need that many people to do stuff, I kind of just make those jobs.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know, maybe
I know y'all got some money somewhere.
Yeah. And finally, I found the story very interesting. At first, I was laughing, but I read it. It was more serious than I thought.
Oh dear.
So a US man wins $450,000 in a lawsuit after having a by force birthday bash in the office. So this is kind of like Mars.
He's giving marks with the cake.
Yeah. So Kevin Burling from Kentucky was awarded $450,000, which is about £345,000 here, after his company threw him a surprise birthday party despite warning them that it will trigger stress and anxiety. Kevin claims the party held in 2019 caused him a series of panic attacks.
Oh wow!
And he allegedly left the party abruptly to eat the remainder of his lunch in his car.
Oh,
he asked his manager not to celebrate because they normally do that, and he's been known to have some issues in terms of anxiety.
Yeah.
And he said and the birthday celebration will kind of remind him of uncomfortable childhood memories. Yeah?
Oh,
they said,
Sheldon.
They said, we're going to do that anyway. And they did it regardless. And he had panic attack and a party, obviously they were very unhappy. The lawsuit also stated that Mr. Burling was confronted and criticized for how he handled it. And they accused him of stealing his co-worker's joy. That's a direct quote.
No.
And also,
on my birthday?
Yeah, also open quote, being a little girl, close quote. Yeah.
Being a little girl.
Unload the clip. Unload the clip. That's 100%.
Yeah. And he said that he felt like he felt that he was being discriminated on the basis of his disability.
Yeah.
And because of that, he won. So yeah, the company.
That's great. Big up you, Kevin.
Yeah, and the company, they're still denying it and saying that the real victims were the colleagues.
Why? This sound white to me.
It's giving YouTuber.
Yeah.
It's giving
because you know when they like you make yourself the victim.
Oh my gosh, how you love
it's actually a talent.
It's a skill.
It's a talent. It's a talent.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it many times.
So how did he prove?
Certain people say a certain gender are very skilled at it.
For him to win
men.
How did he prove?
Are you looking a bit
too?
I ain't looking at anything.
How did he prove what
happened?
What happened? Like he's saying that it caused him anxiety. Like what actually happened to him? How come he won that? Like, what did he?
He had panic attacks.
Marks is about to say this.
No, I think if you've been diagnosed for having these things and people kind of seen him leave the room, probably I don't know the details of the court case, but I think
and that's worth $450,000.
Yeah,
but you know in America,
I think it's the discrimination.
Just a little hyperventilation.
Oh yeah, also I even forgot. Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh,
this guy. No, just please.
You can't.
You can't just carry on.
Yeah, but also I forgot to add that he then eventually lost his job as well on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So he got $150,000 for the losses in earnings. They gave him 300 bags for the disrespect. You know what I mean? I can't lie.
That's a bit of me.
I chopped some disrespect.
Yeah, I like that.
I like
that.
Yeah.
I would have been a witness for him. I'm like, Kevin, give me 50 bags and I will be a witness. I will tell.
You cry.
I will let you know how he got to planning as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still
those forced work events are
I hate them.
I hate them.
I have excuses ready. Oh,
Yeah.
you come out to drinks? Nah, sorry, it's a bit
I
of a
hate
mad
them.
thing still. Mumsy got, I got football.
The only time I went to it was just around promotion time, like
just
mingle.
Because I was realizing, my manager literally said to me, if you don't come up to these things, you're not like, do you know what I mean? You're not part of the conversation.
Yeah,
So then I was
true.
like, all right, cool. So I'll just be there. So once I bagged that,
No, one time they wanted to meet up here and it was my birthday and I said, oh, it's my birthday, like, I can't make it. Like, oh no, you can spend the afternoon with us. I said,
I don't get it.
I wouldn't want to do
I
that.
don't get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, what can be fun? Like, you know, like those drinks can be fun, but
I think it's the difference in us culturally.
yeah.
Because what I realized with work here and working for a minute now is that like the standard white European Brit, well, not white European, but standard white Brit.
Yeah.
Well, they are European.
Their colleagues become their social life.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah, whereas we differentiate.
Yeah.
Work is work. My friends are family.
But that's because we have to code switch.
Because
Like,
some of the guys in my work, they used to have like sleepovers and stuff.
sleepovers.
You should have
I'm
seen
not
the
gonna
guys,
lie. I have
Sorry?
had a
You said some of the
sleepover.
guys. When you mean say guys, you mean like
As in like on the
Women.
that team, the guys, actually many the guys.
they had a slumber party in there.
They have summer parties.
Wait, was it
as
a
in, like,
slumber
you
I
party?
kind of get that, though. Not like
Okay.
the slumber party thing, but I can't be around people and not like make like proper connections, whether it be with like work.
I can,
like,
yeah, but I
even,
think for
like-
me, like I can leave it there. There's only certain people I'm friends with at work that I'm friends with outside of work. But that's because I would be friends with you regardless of what the situation is, like where we met. But there's certain people where we're just friends or we're cool. No, we're never friends. We didn't stop like we're around. We're cool. We're here.
Yeah.
Like this is where our
This is
relationship
where we're
starts
cool.
and stops.
Here's the thing. I'm like you. Like I like to create genuine relationships
Yeah.
where I spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
But when you go into like the corporate space,
It's different.
you're not fully you're not. It's not always comfortable to be fully yourself. You're fully aware that you're being watched. You're
Especially
fully
you're
aware.
black.
So if I already have to come to work and put on not just my work outfit, but this other self,
Yeah.
in a sense, especially when you're starting off in
Yeah.
corporate, then eventually you get tired. With every job, you have to clock out. So it's
Yeah.
hard for me to do this funny friend thing when you need me to be a version of myself.
Yeah.
Here, I'm literally being paid to be coy. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
literally being coy. So I won't get tired the same way
Yeah.
that you would in a corporate space.
And also with corporate stuff as well, they'll snake you. All those slumber parties you're doing.
Bro,
Yeah, facts.
When it's time to snake you, believe they're snaking you. They
I remember
don't
when
care.
they gave me not the drug test, they gave me like the drug quiz. So they
Oh, dear.
you know when they're auditioning to
Sounds
see if
about
you can be
racist
part of
to
the
me.
inner circle, yeah. So they took me out to some place and they just started talking about like drugs to see like what my thoughts were in it. So obviously I didn't know I was being tested. So I was
What do you
like,
think about Coke?
raw.
Like a bit Coke?
So I just was saying my
See.
genuine opinion that I haven't come across these things in my day-to-day life and I don't know. But when I
Oh,
say
really?
they're like,
You
okay,
haven't?
cool, you can go back to the office, Koi, and we'll just sort everything out. I was never invited to
Oh,
another
yeah.
inner circle work.
No, city
thing
workers, they
again.
love, that's how they operate.
love
They
it.
function on
They love
drugs.
it. But yeah, man,
It's
cool.
crazy.
You lot ready for the next segment?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Right, cool, guys. This next segment is called Woke or Joke.
Alright.
And this is where I'm going to share with you guys just something that's going on, and then you guys let me know your thoughts. I don't know why English isn't Englishing, but we move. So basically, COVID numbers in China and around the world. So they have reported 4,641 people have died due to COVID. China reported this, whereas in the US they've blamed 988,000 deaths on COVID, and in the UK 172,000 people's death on COVID. So that's a big discrepancy in numbers. What are we doing? Woke or joke?
Even the people that have lied before
Have
have
not
not
lied.
lied the way China are
Has-
lying. How can you lie like that? Nah, that's
I
mad.
believe them.
What,
I don't.
4,000?
But you did for real.
4,000.
I don't believe them because when COVID first hit the streets, yeah, so that's like
Okay.
Q1 2020, yeah, like the first cases were identified, should I say, in Wuhan, right?
Yep.
And then the people in Wuhan were like, "Yo, we're running out of space in the morgues."
Mm.
They're saying like even the things they use for
So you only got-
cremation,
right?
they're running out of supplies. Like that many, but China were like, yeah, like
That's
10,
all right.
10 man died still. Like
Hey,
yeah,
There's
so
a conversation though.
yeah,
I mean, a lot of that was misinformation though, and they locked it down pretty quick.
yeah, that's
Their lockdown was when we was in the streets gallivanting and pussyfooting around. Yeah, they
I find that
was.
so funny.
Pussyfooting is so funny.
It's so funny.
Saying it.
Where
They
did
was.
that come from? Sorry.
I don't know. Brent, what's the origin of
Oh,
pussyfooting?
pussyfooting. Like, I
Yeah,
don't get
because
it.
pussy has feet.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand why pussy and feet
It's
are
come
bedrooms
together,
like this.
like,
Yeah, but they was locked down because look at places like New Zealand. New Zealand might not even have like 6
yeah.
deaths or something like
If
that.
they tell me that, I will believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think that only because I was reading the stories about Wuhan at the time, I think their deaths are less than the UK's. I
Yeah.
think their deaths are less than major countries, even though they have like 1.4 billion people
Mm.
because they locked down quick.
And
But
like you were saying, when that stuff came out, it was the cases.
Yeah.
It was a lot of cases, innit?
Yeah.
And initially it was a lot of cases. It wasn't just saying that, it wasn't like just bare deaths,
Yeah.
deaths.
Yeah.
So maybe it might not be.
Yeah, but
I think they're definitely downplaying it, but I do not think it's anywhere near as large as the UK places in Western Europe at all. I think because they got the grits of it, but
then
I don't trust them man there.
So
didn't they like? Sorry, go on.
Has America got nearly like 1 million people done or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
That's-
they're saying.
So that's why
But
there's.
they were in strip clubs when everyone else was in lockdown.
Bro,
And
they were
Nicola
throwing
bars.
shebeens, bruv. They
They
were
were
throwing
bars.
shit.
They were
everywhere.
ridiculous.
But they're basically saying, I don't care what precautions you took. 1 million to 4,000 is not.
It's not.
It's
like,
not
we're
adding
not
up.
the same.
Like, you, like, allow it. Like,
But then there's an argument to be said there. Are the UK and the US inflating their numbers, or just because at one point I know one of my friends, his dad passed away, and he was like, my dad was already sick, and then when you look at his death certificate, they put COVID, and he just didn't believe. He was like, no, like he was already ill with something. So
Yeah.
a lot of people feel like a lot of things were bunched under COVID.
Yeah,
related.
so there's different different types the way they articulate it, and so they also there's different data sets. So there's the main data set they always say is death with a positive COVID test within 28 days. Do you get it?
Okay.
So that could convolute a lot of things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even sometimes we see news reported, oh, a man with the vaccine died of COVID. I read the story, man got hit by a bus. Like,
yeah.
do you get it? So, like, in terms of actual deaths purely and specific to the COVID-19 virus,
Yeah.
I don't think we have that. I don't think the data says that it's 170.
it wouldn't, because they was like definitely like cooking the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Like at one point, it's like what you're saying. Maybe the people was dying, they tested them, they had COVID. At one point, if you died in hospital, it was COVID.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like regardless of what
The
it
actual was, yeah.
it was COVID.
Yeah, and how much of a, like, COVID could have been like the thing that took you over the edge, or COVID could have been the reason, or COVID, you could have died, but you just had
It's
COVID
like what
local.
it's like what Koi was saying. I've heard stories about people saying that like their parents have gone into the hospital and not been seen again, and they just had to be, and they're just told that it's COVID, and they just got to take their word for it. And remember,
yeah.
in the rules during lockdown, you wasn't allowed funerals, and then there was closed caskets, closed coffins, and stuff like that. Man saying that I just have to accept that my
Like,
dad's
this
in
is
this
what it
box.
is, yeah.
Like he might not even
Be
like.
there.
I just got to take your word for it.
That's scary.
That
That's-
Donnie's in this
that's
box.
too
Like I
much.
can't even
That's
prove
scary.
this. Like this is mad. And
Yeah.
he was fine. And as far and you have just said COVID. And so yeah, and
That's
there's
wild.
a lot of cases where that happened, and they was definitely cooking the books. I mean, I don't know how it would benefit them. Maybe just because they want to push certain mandates through, so they need the numbers to say
to do that.
say certain things, so they can push their agendas and get certain things.
Yeah,
pushed
because
through in Parliament and that.
the numbers, because I literally look at this stuff every day during COVID, and at first it was death within, like, I think it was either 7 days or like 48 hours of a positive COVID test, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing what, death within 28 days.
Do you know how much can happen in 28 days?
Well, I know they was definitely cooking the books, because around that time, all the stuff that was happening with the PPE, and then all the guys that was getting the contracts, it
yeah.
was all friends of the people in Parliament and that.
Yeah.
Innit?
I remember
So
one
it
of Matt,
just- it
yeah,
just
one of
helped
Matt
for them to
Hancock's
go well.
boys, or somebody he knew, like, was like his neighbour, that he used to go to pub or something. Like his this brethren, I think he created like party packs and stuff like that. And then he just hit Matt Hancock on a WhatsApp, like, yo, dog, like, do you need some PPE? Like, man could pattern that for you. Man was like, swear down. He's like, yeah. Okay, cool.
What a
Do you know how mad it
flipping
is?
Yeah.
No, these
That's
contracts,
like me getting
So
that's like
wild.
me getting
Yeah.
a PPE contract.
Yeah.
bros, these contracts were
That's
wild
mad.
as well. Like some of
No,
these contracts were,
Please.
like, it's ridiculous what they're doing between their brethren and getting
And
drinks
inflation's
like that,
going
so.
up and all these things.
A
going
lot
on.
Yeah,
of
so
people made a lot of money.
I personally believe the West are cooking the books anyway. That's what I think.
But
Absolutely.
what about China? Do you think is
I can't
everyone
lie.
cooking?
No, but do you know what though? Wasn't there a time when they said
Is everybody
No,
cooking?
whole party vibes.
Is it whole party vibes? Are we getting fried rice and jollof all together? Like,
Screaming.
what's going on?
wasn't there a time that they said China wasn't honest about like COVID and stuff like that, and like, other countries found out late? Was that rumor?
Yeah, no, that was true though. Like,
So that's why I can't believe that you've only got 4,000 deaths, mate.
Yeah, I
Because
think-
you're not even honest about it.
I
It's
think there's more, but
performative.
I don't think it's. I feel like, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the stuff is like geopolitics and like rivalry, and that I feel like America, the West can't accept that we got absolutely whacked up by COVID. COVID started in China, and they're kind of calm.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
I think the West is just like that though. Because remember when like COVID was at its peak anyway, and they were like, "It's not in Africa. Why is it not in Africa? Why is
Yeah.
it not that?" I said, "Why are you acting like the devil's witch? I don't get it."
Yeah, the devil's
PA.
witch.
Like,
The
get on here.
devil's witch.
what a mess.
But yeah. So do you guys? It seems I don't know. Woke or
It's a joke. China's a joke. Respectfully.
What joke?
That stat is a joke.
That stat
I'm
is
not
a
saying
joke.
they were
Yeah,
like, I got you, sis. I got you, sis. Don't worry.
Thank you. Now go get me.
I got
You have to replace me.
See, when I go next week, they're going to be like, oh, I had to go her. She done got took.
I definitely think that the statistics that China presented were lower. I think they rounded down fully down
Like,
the hill.
to the lowest
Do
of
you know what I mean?
decimals.
Jack and Jill
50
down
bags,
the
let's
hill.
round it down to
Yeah, let's
5
just
bags.
like, do you know what I mean?
Round it
Like,
to
do
the
you know what? Fuck it.
to the nearest zero.
4,000 something. 100%. And do you know what it is? I feel like Russia and China have a level of audacity that I really find entertaining.
No,
and
it's true, so do I.
Like
So do
I really like it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, so what are
That's
you gonna
big
do?
D
Chat
energy.
to me.
Yeah.
Chat
Yeah.
to me.
Now, who's
What are you
gonna beat
do?
me?
I told you only in this country full of millions and millions. Is it billions? I don't know.
Billions.
Of people. Only 4,000 something passed
If
away.
who's going to beat me was a person, it'd be China.
Yes. Yes.
It really is.
They are up at gallivanting up
They
and down
don't
Africa.
care. Yeah.
Don't care. There's like, let's
Right.
get hold of this. I don't
That's
care.
topic for another day.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
That would
We'll
definitely
do-
get me cancelled.
for the next week.
So are we all saying woke or joke?
Joke.
I think joke. Everyone's asleep.
I feel like
I think Mark's saying woke.
You think it's
Yeah, I want to be woke here. I think
You wanna be woke?
I'm kind of halfway, so I'm like,
I think they're
What
both
joke?
Would
joking.
Wojo.
Joke.
Yo, Wojo.
yeah.
But yeah, all right, cool. So we have one woke, 3 jokes. I think everyone's joking. Like straight Comedy Central. I don't think anyone is serious anymore. But yeah, I think that's the end of that segment.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Are we ready to go to the next segment
Go.
then?
We move.
All right, cool. So this next segment is a headline. Oh no, done out
What's
here.
that? It's done out here.
It's done out
He's
here.
sat up. He's sat up
He's
already.
done out here.
He said, I'm
I
ready to
know,
go.
It's gonna be done out here. All right, let's go.
Is it for me?
Is it-
Yeah.
Guys, I haven't been saying fuck it up. One day.
I thought you were tired.
I knew that wasn't gonna last. I said this.
But I didn't think it was going to be one day. I thought at least at the end of the
At
week.
least a week. Oh gosh, Quay, discipline. All right, go ahead, King.
Well, today, who is done out here, people? Today, I tell you who's done out here. It is Mr. Ed Burns. Now,
Fuck.
Ed Buck.
But fuck Burns as well.
Ed Buck.
What are you
know
doing?
why-
Now, why is he in it?
You know why I said Burns? Because he looks like Mr. Burns a little bit from Simpsons.
A little bit.
That's why when I was reading him, he looks like it is Ed Buck. Ed Buck is a political donor from LA. I think that's like a lobbyist and stuff. He
Okay, yeah.
pledged lots of money towards democratic causes, and he is a proud and prominent member of the LGBTQ community, and he helps animal rights causes, and he also drugs and rapes black men. Now,
Men.
yes,
Black men.
Black men.
That's a
Yeah.
fetish.
Yes.
Yeah,
now, this guy is responsible, for drugging and, well, his drugging has resulted in the deaths of 2 men, Jamel Moore and Timothy Dean. This was in 2017 and 2019. He is injecting them with methamphetamines
Wow.
and sleeping with these men. And these 2 guys had an overdose. Now, in fact, he tried it on the next don. He was overdosing, but he found the strength. Yeah, Black Jesus filled him with the spirit, and he survived, come up out the yard, got help, and then that's how we find out what was going on.
Yeah.
This guy's a piece of shit. And I remember his first body was in 2017, and he's been out here till
wow.
now. He only got convicted in July.
White
You know what I'm trying to
privilege.
say? He just got 30 years though. He never got the max.
That's
yeah.
mad.
He was supposed to get the max. The probation suggested he should get the max. The families of the victims want him to get the max, but he didn't get the max. Do you reckon it's got
Connections.
anything to do with the fact that he's donated almost like £500,000 to democratic causes since like the early
Oh,
years?
wow. I think it's
so.
definitely
But looking at
connections.
him, looking at his picture, he ain't did the 30.
You know, did fame.
So he ain't got 30 in him.
Yeah,
innit?
It could go 2 ways.
Yeah, so he's taking advantage of his political ties and
That's
his
mad.
social standings, and he is a piece of shit. You know
That
what I'm trying to
is
say? And
disgusting.
his fetish is for black men. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's
Because
scary.
if you just running around doing this, well, let me not say that.
No,
actually.
say it.
No.
I got to be careful.
You
No.
never say that with Marks.
No.
You never say just say
I
it.
know where he was going.
No, yeah.
You know,
No.
I'm not sure, so I'm gonna trust you guys.
No,
I'm not
just
sure where he was
no.
going.
No, if it was a Tesla, I'd have tapped it.
No.
Divert that route. You're not going down that road.
Reroute.
I was about to go off here, and then I could just picture Brent talking to me later, giving me
Do a
saying,
lecture.
do you think it was wise?
No, the accent.
You know, like it just come to me, just hit
no,
me.
we
I
love
said,
Brent,
And
man.
that's good.
I said no,
We love
no,
Brent.
we're not doing that.
We love a bread over
Not
your
Brent being the
angel
angel on your shoulder.
Love it.
He's the devil.
Brent.
Yeah, nah, but he is a piece of shit. And you know what
That's
it is?
terrible.
Bruv, you see that colorism and like this white privilege and stuff. He even got a chance to make the judge and that like plead to his humanity and stuff. Like he was talking
Wow.
about. You know what? Sorry. Let me find the exact
yeah,
quote
get
because
angry.
I need 1 second.
No, he's in his bag. Mark's in his bag.
I need the exact quote. What did he say? What did he say, man?
That's wild.
Oh, he said, "Look at the good I have done and the good I may still do, and not the horrible caricature that the government has paid me out to be as a meth-fueled axe killer." Like, man's saying, wait there, I've done pure good things in my life. I'm still gonna do more good. Don't worry about the couple black dons that I've raped up and killed.
You know.
Yeah? Let me get my shit off.
What did he do with their bodies?
I don't know.
Because like a old white man with two.
But he's got access.
Well,
to
no.
just get some
Well,
clean out.
they've known in it. So it's they probably would have said they was partying and had overdoses. So they probably
Oh,
called it
yeah.
to the police. It's probably afterwards the investigation. They're saying, well, the overdoses are a result of the things that you're doing. Because like I'm saying, I think it's the other guy who escaped and made people
That made
aware
it-
of it,
yeah.
and probably made them even go back and check.
And his black lives,
Like,
so you
you've
know how
got-
they feel about that.
Do you feel me? So, but like I'm saying, he's an old
mad.
Caucasian man.
Been doing it for
And
ages.
he's out here and
That's
he's
disgusting.
spicing up this dark chocolate and it's gone wrong a couple of times. And
I can't believe he got 30 years.
Spicing up the stuff. Right.
what?
I can't believe he got 30 years.
You know what? As on that note, I'm going anyway. That's the end of it.
They put him in a certain type of jail because they got to deal with him, boy.
He's here, right? Is he here or in
In the States.
It's in the
States.
States. Ed Buck.
But then 30 years over there, if
He ain't
it
doing-
was
he
here,
ain't doing 30 months, my guy.
no, but I feel like if he's got secrets, like if he knows stuff that he
True.
can implement other people,
That's how it works.
He's either going to do 30 years or he might see the other side before.
He's
You know what I
connected.
mean?
Apparently, he's funded Hillary Clinton's campaign. Not the whole thing,
I
but
can't
I
lie,
think
that
he was
man
involved in it.
is on his way out.
Yeah, so he's connected in the streets. So his time in prison is probably going to be pretty easy as well.
But
be fair to
people
him.
like that, where you got power and you know so much about other people, like you know other people's secrets.
It's just a win-win.
The
for
people
him.
don't want him around for that long. If you get what I'm saying, like a Jeffrey,
They need to punish him. They need to send him to a women's prison.
And then do
because he doesn't like women.
So it's just gonna be tormented by
Yeah.
not more pussy. It's not gonna be like that. Like,
Well, he ain't gonna be missing.
Now he's
no
gonna be
meals.
there pussy for him.
like, I think the prison's gonna be horrible for him. It's probably not gonna be enough. He's
It's
probably gonna get protected.
No, it's gonna be a celeb prison. Like, they probably play tennis over there. They
Almost-
just game in
almost
the
definitely gonna play
the
tennis.
one,
Right,
yeah,
definitely
game in the
play
proper
tennis.
ones.
Are you doing a 30 stretch out here?
They're playing tennis.
I say it's 40
Doing
love.
yoga,
Get out of here,
like-
man.
No, he did actually kill 2 young men.
That's
Probably
mad.
more.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah.
That's what
True.
you know. The wickedest thing. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
it's
like,
more.
This is just what we know about.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I'm trying to say?
definitely
Like he's got form and previous.
It's
Like, he's a
definitely more.
real life piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
And he's done it.
And he doesn't seem apologetic for him to say what he said to
He
the
said
judge.
appeal. He said, "Damn, you
Like, he doesn't seem apologetic.
you
at
killed
all.
2 people.
He said, do the math, fam.
Listen,
He's two, you know what I'm
2
saying?
people. I've done
Look
all
at
this
all,
money.
look at all the good I've done and all the good I can still do.
Do you know what that sounds like?
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile. I don't know if you watched the documentary.
I haven't finished.
I couldn't watch it. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I can't watch it.
Like the documentary is fucked because there's so many points in which they analyze him a little bit, and he raised like 40 million for a hospital, and people kind of, you know, when they try to psychoanalyze, the English. Anyway,
We
when
feel
they
And they love
try to
us.
understand the person and why they do what they do, they were like, well, he does all this good, so he writes it off in his head as the good. I've done all this good, so the bad here isn't as bad, or it balances out. Because apparently he was like religious. Apparently,
Wow.
but
How can religion be that one? Anyway.
So he was really balancing the scales.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, that's wild.
There are religions that tell you that, you know.
What?
That like you can
You do a bit of good, a bit of bad, and you're all right.
Huh?
Life's all about balance.
Yeah.
I think that's an incorrect understanding, actually.
It's not incorrect. I know
No,
someone
I'm not
now.
saying.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't want to
What,
be
tussle?
insensitive because it's a holy month, but it's Ramadan. But I'm pretty sure that there's things that you can do. See, like if you're sinning in this time, or like if you're actively sinning or struggling with sin, there's things that you can do to get like penance. So there's like things that you can like pay
Okay.
like
Okay,
organizations
kind of. I was
to counteract the
cancels it out.
the sin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Alright.
life is all about balance. So maybe actually no, I'm not finishing that sentence either.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll accept that. The fact that you know yourself, we'll
Yeah.
accept it. We'll take your word for that one.
Actually, Brent's on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I hear it. I hear it. No, yeah, it's fucked. It's very,
Okay.
very fucked. So he's done out here. I feel like yesterday you ended done out here with like a quick little speech
Yeah, like-
condemning them. Can we get a speech condemning my man?
No, he's
But
done.
like
but Ed Buck, You're done at it.
Love it.
Love that, the power. Thank you very much. Let's jump into the next segment. All right, guys. So another headline story for you guys. Hip hop news. DJ K-Slay has passed away. He was a legendary hip hop DJ in NYC, as well as a graffiti artist.
Oh, wow.
I will be
Sad.
totally honest. I don't think I'm fully aware of his CV, but
I could tell by the way you said it. Still.
yeah. So
I could tell by
I'm
the way
opening it to you
introduced him as
guys.
a graffiti artist.
No, because he is as well. Just because you don't know him for that, people know him for that. So I'm going to give him his full accolades. Thank you very much.
No,
So,
I appreciate that. Go, big up K-Slay, Drama King. No, growing up on the streets, back in the day before like YouTube and streaming services like mixtapes, and that was where you get your music from. You know what I'm trying to say? There was a few DJs back in the day that was prominent on the circuit. And remember, where we know them from all the way over here, they're in America. It's not like they're coming and touring. So we're aware of what DJs put together dope music and who's connected. And like K-Slay is one of the premier DJs, one of the premier mixtapes of an era, of a generation. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's a top boy. So to hear that he passed away is sad. You
so
get me?
young.
Yeah.
And it was due to COVID as well. So he battled with COVID for about 4
Mad.
months. So it was
Oh,
COVID
wow,
related.
4 months.
But yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Very
Yeah,
sad.
I used to remember listening to like his mixtapes, like the freestyles he'll put on when YouTube start coming. So when I thought it, I was like, what? K-Slay is crazy.
That's sad.
It was like him, DJ Drama, Cosmic Kev. These are the people I used to listen to back in the day. It's just sad. But like at least he's good thing is that he's left a legacy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is all you can wish for as a person on this earth. So which I respect.
Oh, bless him, man.
Rest in peace. We have another headline. Amir Khan was robbed at gunpoint in Leighton, I believe.
East London.
Yeah, oh gosh. Yeah, so he tweeted last night, just had my watch taken off me at gunpoint in East London. I crossed the road with Pharrell. Luckily, she was a few steps behind me. 2 men ran to me. He asked me for my watch whilst having a gun pointed in my face. The main thing is that we're both safe.
Mad.
That is terrifying.
That's scary.
Yeah, that was mad when I saw that. That was so mad. And
That is terrifying.
the fact that they
that's
pointing
scary.
a gun at him like on the main road, that's
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing. But it's I'm happy that things didn't go out of hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe if he tried to defend himself, which
Mhm.
which is well equipped to, like people could have lost it. Like he could have lost his life, or maybe his wife. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's disgusting, man, to see that.
I'm always like a little bit shocked when I hear like about guns and stuff here because it's not meant to be the norm, but you get what I mean.
Mm.
That we don't have license to
Yeah,
carry
it's
it like
true.
Americans do. So whenever I hear gun, I think, wow.
But I think we're quite privileged as women in terms of, like, I don't think we hear.
Yeah, we
Well,
definitely
let
don't.
me not say women because I know some women are about it. But for me,
No, but we
personally,
definitely
I
don't,
don't
yeah.
think I hear how cruddy and how terrible it really is out there. Like when I spoke to one guy one time and I was like, yeah, I don't really hear nothing about guns. He was like, are you crazy? Like the other day,
Yeah.
XYZ. And I was like, I've got to stop hanging out with you. But like,
That's what I'm taking from this conversation.
That's what I'm taking from this conversation. But no, yeah, like for guys, I've always thought it's treacherous scenes for guys. Like I think it's
Nah,
really
it's-
difficult and
yeah.
dangerous just to be
a guy.
a guy with
Yeah.
anything. Like it's so scary.
It's wild.
Marg, so how easy is it to source firearms?
Well, if you're in the right circles, if you're in the know, it can be pretty. They are very accessible. I think with inflation and the war, the price has gone up, so it's not particularly a good time to invest.
I never thought about that.
invest.
I have never.
I didn't
thought
think of that,
about
you know.
Inflation
Inflation and-
affecting
yeah.
gun crime. Like I've
Mad.
never thought about
Yeah,
that.
well, it's not a good time to invest, but hopefully once all this stuff in the Ukraine
Hopefully.
gets sorted out, you know, the market will balance itself out again. And then I can probably give you some good suggestions and some quotes, some tips. You
You know what's
know,
crazy? I was still stuck on the hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I was really gonna give a straight face. Oh dear. That's interesting.
That is scary.
Brent knew what he was doing when he asked that.
Yeah, I wanted to know how easy it was to procure drugs. Not drugs.
Oh, well.
Whoa, hey,
Are you graduating?
we try to get into.
We're trying to get into.
We're
trying to start.
What's going on here?
Now, that's a totally different show. You know?
I was still talking to the right guy though.
Okay, shaking. Okay,
We see you. We have another headline. Any more questions about the like crime or
Nah,
anything
just
like that,
like
Brent? No, you're good. You got everything you need to start up. Great.
I was thinking, I wonder what watch it is.
Start a pack.
What it was?
What you
Yeah, I
Of
want
course
to know
she
if
was.
like I want to know like how
Was
worth
it
that.
Richard Mille or something?
Yeah,
innit?
how worth that
Yeah.
crime was. You know what I mean? Because if it's just like if he just had like his calm rollie on and it's like what 20 bags, like
Or Apple Watch.
no, they're
'Cause
not
it was
gonna-
just- maybe he
you
was
don't,
just
if
running
you
around-
are robbing somebody, go and put it for Apple Watch.
No, but you don't know though.
You could
That's not
never.
logical.
You never know what people.
If you run up on someone,
yeah, you don't
because
know.
we don't know.
They
They might have
got
just seen him and said, "Oh,
watch.
that's that guy," and then done it. Might not be planned and following him and all that stuff.
Boy, if I run up on you, yeah.
Some
you
criminals
have-
are eggs,
You
you
only
know.
have an Apple Watch. No, I have to
Let me
turn
give you
kidnapping.
money.
I have to turn kidnapping. I need to make this.
Give me the
Let's
I
go
need to
yours.
make this
That's
crime
crazy.
stretch, man. I need to. No,
So let's go yours.
Okay. All right, we've got another headline. I really want to get you lot's opinion on this. I think we can really battle this out, right? So Piers Morgan has a new show starting next Monday. Not trying to promo it necessarily, but there we go. Says he wants to uncancel the cancelled. Is this ironic as a man who has, if I was to start a list of the amount of people that I don't know if he's cancelled them or if he just insults them, but
He's just
Meghan
a
Markle's at
nuisance.
the top of that
He
list.
just hates her.
I think he hates Nicki Minaj. He
Yeah, he
also
hates
has a
Nicki
problem
Minaj.
with
Well.
Nicki.
So I don't like you.
She's
either.
not likable.
Yeah, that's what he said. Are you saying that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And who else is he cancelled?
Sorry. Exceptional musician, very talented.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
likable person. Sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of like that she's not likable.
I know you.
I
I
don't
like
it.
villains. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's giving me Agbaya.
You
What?
see,
The actual
Piers
age a
Morgan.
bit.
Piers
No,
Morgan.
no, Nicki.
Oh, Nicki. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People
See,
would come back and say,
um,
but she's fucking with Coy Leray. So they'll be like, how
Nah, she's
Abaya is
selective.
she?
She's I'm a
I
retired
think-
barb anyway. I've had to let
you
that
see,
go.
this
getting
one
old.
here with Piers, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of good message, bad messenger.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I think would be interesting is if he had people on there that he's gone after. So cancel the people you've cancelled. Yeah, uncancel the people that you've
Yeah,
cancelled.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not
Does-
gonna do
does-
that. He's going to stand in his convictions.
Yeah,
He
but
will do
does he actually cancel people, or does he just say, "Yo, I disagree with you. Here's why"? And sometimes he's very wrong, or sometimes he's right. But I've never seen him try to cancel people. I can't like. I'm not really into the whole canceling thing unless you've done
Yeah, I'm
one
not
of
here for it.
them
Yeah,
super duper crimes.
Yeah.
Canceling is not real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
a social. It's a,
But
we're gonna take you out of our little club, yeah. But all of your, it's hard to turn your fans against you. Like someone who, like, you have to do like something really vile and
Yeah.
villainous for your people, for
Like,
your
really
core fan
vile.
base to turn against you and cut ties with you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, for the most part, it's other people saying we're not gonna let you in here, but then you get people who love you and adore you saying we're still with you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if your money, if you get money from brands and your income's in the power of other people, then they can affect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But if you're self-sufficient, then it doesn't really affect it, and it can grow
it
from
can
it.
grow, yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Because you know
what
what
I'm
it
trying
is?
to say? Like that comment Sideman said. Who said that? Was that
Yeah. Cool, you said something about Sideman.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said something about how he knew that money or success was on the other side of the negative comments. Like
There you
the
go.
negative
So-
comments are part of the journey.
I'm
like-
saying, like some people do shag themselves and like they're
Yeah, of
done
course.
for the most part. But for the rest of it, it's just like like someone like Katie Hopkins.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it works for her.
what kind of cancelled? It's like should we just our little club like in social media where we think
Yeah.
we're just not gonna let you here, but
Mm.
everybody else that support like in her normal life, I'm guessing she's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Bro,
Like,
Bro, you know what's mad? Even R. Kelly, his legal fees are being paid for by fans.
there you go. R.
Mm.
Kelly, the gal,
It's mad.
the brother is in jail with R. Kelly. He phoned home to phone his daughter to make R. Kelly sing for him, and the
Yeah.
girl's screaming down the place,
Yeah.
going crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
And there's still people that still love R. Kelly. And at the end of the day, good, bad, or indifferent, his music, his songs still
Do you
slap.
think personality types are the only thing that can be cancelled? So if you're a sensitive soul, obviously having the internet come for you is going to make you scared and shy and sad and all that. But if you're someone who's kind of like, fuck it, I don't care.
So I feel like some
Can you
people
be
feed off
cancelled?
it. Some people know that they want. Some people want the cancellation. Like they want these kind of situations. I can't lie to you. I'm like Sideman, right?
Yeah.
Because what he did at the time he did what he did,
What did you do?
he was so basically I think he was like leading a club. It's a Clubhouse.
Oh, Clubhouse.
It was a whole Clubhouse thing. right?
Clubhouse
And
was
I
a
remember
dark time for society.
dark time for the black community. It was a dark. It was
time.
the darkest time we
How are you
faced,
shouting at your phone?
bro.
That's insane.
But like with him, what he did, yeah, people let him know that okay, this is what you've done. This is what you've done is offended black women or whatever.
Was this when
this
he
man-
was so just for the situation, what
Yeah.
I know of what Sideman did, is this when there were conversations about black men and black women?
Yeah,
and Sideman was
and he was
always
leading the
ambassador
conversations about black
black
women.
women.
And people were like, listen, you need to get black women involved in these conversations. Like, you're not really the person to be leading these conversations.
Okay.
He ended up going on like a flipping press tour, just every day on what's it called, Clubhouse, just doing that. So there are certain people that they know, they like that outrage, they like people not like it, they like all that backlash. It, in a crazy way, it does something to them. It does
something.
It feeds their ego, it just feeds them. They love it.
I think if you're just getting money off brands and corporations and that's your thing, then
Cancel
they
that.
cancelling can be very, very real to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They're gonna mess up your money. So if you're not gonna be allowed to tour, you're not gonna be allowed to go on venues.
Oh, that
you're
football
not gonna
guy,
be allowed
I
to
kicked
go
a
in.
cat.
Well,
No,
he
he's-
hasn't.
he's
He
calm
can't
now.
be cancelled. He's calm.
But then brands drop him and stuff though.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah. And even West
And
Ham,
the team,
West Ham
Yeah.
got brands
Yeah.
dropped them. But stuff like that, the news cycle's fast. They'll bounce back from that.
Is it okay?
Who's gonna earn his money as long as they win? They're gonna be in the European finals. They'll be fine.
Was he suspended or was he let go?
He didn't get suspended or let go. He got fined a week's wages, maybe, or 2 weeks' wages.
Yeah, he got
Oh,
fined.
I
something
thought
like
he
that.
got let go.
I thought he
No,
got
no.
criminal proceedings.
No, they even looked into it. He might not. I don't know if the RSP. Maybe he might be banned from having. pets
Yeah, I
again,
think they
but-
took the cat.
So,
Did you
whatever.
see all the memes of what a cat's new life is like?
But apart from that, he'll be fine.
Take me back.
But then someone say like the baby on the
yeah.
other side, on the other end of that, he missed out on all that tour money, all
Yeah.
the festival money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Playlist money.
Same with, I would say same with
Tory Lanez.
Dutch Avelli.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dutch,
yeah.
Dutch.
He's.
Oh, okay, so that
I think he's
that
the
is
most cancelled
only-
person I know.
Genuinely, I think that is where I saw cancel be what people expected.
Yeah.
to be
Because he was on a trajectory where he could have.
The trajectory was
potentially
mad.
Boy.
been
the
in
trajectory
that
was mad.
It was
Dave,
mad.
J Huss tier.
It was
The
mad.
trajectory was insane. I remember,
And then
And very quickly, like overnight.
and you know what?
he was I can't imagine like a wireless or a park life or something like booking, man. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So, and I think as an artist, you probably know more than me that festivals are a big thing in terms of
Yeah.
making money, putting out your
Yeah.
fan base. Like, so
That's
I think
where you get a lot of your bread. And
Yeah.
like, once you get to that level, you've been working through the streets, and once you get to
Yeah.
that level, and then when you can start doing festivals, for one, you start earning, then you start enjoying, and then you start growing your fan base,
Yeah.
and running around and performing with all those kind of people and all that kind of shit. Like that's a rites to passage that everybody has to go through. Once you're successful, you get me. Like it's serious, it's lit, and to take you from that and not be able
Like
to do
literally
that.
smack you down.
Like, because
Yeah.
COVID done that, but COVID done that to all of them. There's
Yeah.
a lot of man who
Yeah.
missed out on like 6 figures those summers, just,
Yeah.
just killed all of them. You know what I'm trying to say? So to now, not even be in the rotation, and his thing, I don't know if his fan base is strong enough. Like I don't know
Because it was so
what his streams are.
fresh.
I haven't gone on there I haven't gone.
his streams aren't the same as what it was before.
I don't know what his monthly listeners are. I don't know whether he's like if he's wanted to think for his fan base, he could go back to old school and or push people to do iTunes. He can go and do hard sell CDs and copies. He can go and put on shows and get people, whether it be 1,000 people, 500 people. Like he can go boots to the ground and go and do it that way if he wants to still work. But that's hard, and I don't think no one really wants to do that. That's not the glitz and glamour of what.
Yeah.
That's not really
The
what we're
last
about.
time, the
You know
last
what
time
I'm
I
saying?
saw something about Dutch Avelli, I think he was at like some sort of party or whatever, and just him being there attracted him trouble. Like he got into a fight. Like so, it's it's hard to. It would be incredibly hard for him to even navigate. And then you already know how it is. Like collaborations, I'm guessing it would be more difficult unless you're like
I don't see nobody collab with him.
right, unless you're like. Unless you don't believe it and you just want to ride with him and all of that stuff. So it's mad hard because this thing is a popularity contest to a degree. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
And it's weird because they go through different things. Because some people get cancelled for things they said, which is easier to navigate, I think. Some people are going to get, when you get cancelled for things you've done,
Different ball game.
yeah.
it's a
Yeah, of
different ball
course.
game. Because people worry about all them kind of things. Even like people make jokes, even like someone like me being volatile in the thing. If anything, I'm going to get in trouble for something I said. Which if I can talk, I might be able, well, I'll be alright. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm fine, innit? I ain't gonna get in trouble for something I've done. If I get in trouble for something I've done, I'm cooked. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of them ones. It's a bit mad. It's different, but yeah, the cancelling thing. I don't really like the cancelling culture.
Yeah.
I don't like that people feel like empowered and think that they can just control. I don't like
shut you out.
I don't like that you just turn on people.
Yeah.
Like I see them. They're doing it to someone now. Who they doing it to? There's someone new. Wait, there's someone new. Who have you not turned on that you like? Before Molly May and
I
that
said
as
you
well.
lot.
No, I
I said you.
I don't believe in cancel
I
culture.
remember they were trying to cancel Kanye. I'm like, I'm gonna keep buying these Yeezys.
Yeah. I just don't like that. User could be liking someone and
Yeah, and
rocking
all
with
of a
them, and
sudden,
they're
yeah.
cool, and then the next day they're horrified and they're vilified and we're not rocking with them. And
Do you know
it's
what-
like
yeah.
this mean girls coming out. I don't.
But do you
I
know
don't
what?
subscribe to that. I don't
what
like
I
that.
really don't like is the pulling up the tweets from the past type thing. Because
That's what I was gonna
Because
say.
number one, that means two things. You're fucking the devil because I don't understand how you
No, I'm
sat
fucking
on
the devil,
Twitter.
child.
Like, do you know what? You know, I was trying to think about the
There's a thought process behind that.
of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's one thing. And then the second thing is like, you yourself has an opinion. You have an opinion that isn't. My opinion today is not the same as my opinion a couple of months ago. And then it also ignores the context of the situation. I'm not saying,
Yes.
like, I feel like we
100%.
are who humans, yeah? We
Yeah.
are all subject to like culture.
Yeah.
There's things that we are so okay with now that in 10 years won't be okay. Like,
And in 10
ways
years
of
ago, it wasn't
talking,
okay.
But mate,
Yeah.
gender isn't okay today. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's something. There's a lack of intelligence. I feel like with that whole move.
I don't think it's a
of-
lack of intelligence. I think they just don't give a heck. It's vindictive in its
It's
kind
vindictive,
because
yeah.
you can't. Twitter moves so fast. Like if I want to find something, let's say if I said, okay, cool. I saw a video that I liked. I didn't like it,
Mhm.
but it's present the like button. But I know it was on my timeline. I'm scrolling.
No, you never find it. Yeah, it's gone.
So find something from 2015.
Yeah.
You have to go out and hunt for
You
it.
have to search
so the
for
They're
thought
typing
process-
in your
Yeah.
at name and they're
Put
typing in
in
trigger
mad
word.
word.
Yeah.
So
Typing in
that's
at name, they'll type in gay,
that's
type
vin-
in black woman,
Yeah.
type in thing, and just
Yeah.
see anything that you like.
that's
anything.
and that's
No context,
vindictive
nothing.
that's vindictive in its process.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just vindictive. If it's not
Yeah.
nothing about like justice or whatever, like
That's the thing. It's nothing
it's
about that.
purely vindictive.
And I feel like it actually hurts whatever movement you're doing because it's really unforgiving and it's really not a safe place for progress because
Yeah.
all we're doing is, you can make people fake support you by bringing fear into their spirit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's lots of racist people that will never say the word nigger, not because they're not racist, but because we've taught them just
Not
don't
to
say
say-
nigger.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then microaggressions come about, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen if you're making people scared of you rather than understanding your point of view.
Yeah.
You're not helping.
And that's why I don't believe in the cancel culture. I feel like it doesn't give grace for growth either.
at all.
Like the way people, like you said, the way people think, the way we think today, in 10 years time, why not think this way? And also 10 years ago, I didn't think that way. But it never ever, people never think that, okay, first of all, this is how we spoke back then.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right.
at all.
Absolutely doesn't
But
make
we
it
were
right.
all fucked.
But this was how we were communicating back then. This is certain words we were using and stuff like that. It doesn't make it right and whatever. But how is that person's character today? Does that person's character mirror what it was 10 years ago? People don't care about that.
I think
I
people
don't mind
stand
one,
in
two
it though.
floggings, but
The way that they act after they get cancelled, that's what I don't like. I think
What
people
do you mean?
just stand in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like everybody, like
That's why I like what
'Cause
JT, when
yeah.
JT was
Power
like,
to-
yeah, I said that. Like,
Who JT?
yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
JT.
yeah.
because everybody's gonna have 2020 vision with hindsight, man.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
exactly.
It's just like, yes, I said that. Yes,
I
I
can't lie
said
to
that.
you,
And
yeah.
yes, I was a prick for that. But I'm not even in the same place now. You're not even arguing with the same person. So
Yeah.
I don't even actually care. Like, whatever.
And you know what? That's why I rate Kevin Hart when he came to the Oscars thing. And he was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize.
Not
Because
again.
First of all, he's apologized
Let me tell
so
you-
many
Let
times.
me tell you
Yeah.
why that's funny though. He said, I'm not apologizing. And then done a whole tour.
No, do you know what?
Apologizing.
No, he covered it in his show, yeah, because he was like how he was so stuck and adamant that he's not apologizing.
yeah.
And he was like, there was nobody that could talk to him. And his manager, she's a lesbian.
Mhm.
And he said it, and he was like to her, listen, I'm not apologizing. And she was like, okay, listen, but what you need to understand is, yes, you've done all these apologies or whatever, but you've got new fans.
Mm.
And these people don't know about your previous tours. So for them, all they're seeing is, I really like this guy, I really like this comedian, I want to go to his shows. And now I'm seeing this stuff. But I feel like he just did it like, okay, like, did it. But I know that I feel like if it happens again, I don't think he's going to apologize. But stuff like that, I just
he's
think,
got to stand in it. Did I swear Louis C.K. just won an Oscar? Am I going crazy? Does someone know about this? Would you know about that, Brent? He just won an Oscar just the other day, innit? He got cancelled a few years ago. What did he get cancelled for? Would that be for saying the N-word or is it stuff about women or is it thing? He's a comedian.
that's
Huh? Was it women related? But I'm trying to say he got cancelled or quote unquote cancelled a few years ago. He just
Yeah.
won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like,
it's all a joke.
Also, you need to understand when you're being cancelled by one's community doesn't mean that the world's
Okay.
cancelled you.
yeah,
The
because-
amount of times
Oh, he won a Grammy.
I thought
Grammy,
Grammy,
so
okay.
yeah, Grammy then. Okay.
The way that I thought that who was that Labour MP that is like a bit more authentic? Do you know?
Corbyn.
Oh, Jeremy.
The way I thought he was gonna win, just because of what my timeline was saying.
And do you know what is?
he
That's
was,
the issue.
man wasn't close.
That's the issue because I feel like when you're on social media, especially Twitter,
Yeah.
You think that
Echo
this
chamber.
timeline,
Mhm.
this is how the wider world thinks.
Mhm.
First of all, there's people on that same timeline as you
Mhm.
that are lying. They're just
Yeah.
saying it because it's what's trending at the
But
moment.
It's not
It's
just
not gonna happen.
It's not just the timeline though. It's the conversations. It's the bubbles. It's the bubble that we
Bubble.
live in.
Yeah.
In London, we
Yeah.
believe like we're the heartbeat of the country. We believe like
The
we've got,
gag is
we believe like we've got the pulse.
The heart, no,
Yeah.
the
On
country
the
don't have a
finger.
heart.
Bro.
No, we believe like we got our finger on the pulse of the country and we
Yeah.
know what the tone is. But
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, London is small compared to the rest of the country. Yeah. The fact
Yeah.
of the matter is, we don't.
You
Yeah.
have
like-
no clue.
and
We're
the rest
kind
of the country.
similar to Manchester, maybe, but everywhere else is.
Yeah, the rest of the country
Yeah.
like don't look like us,
Yeah.
don't feel like us.
Don't care.
Like
Bare of the country haven't seen. I remember I used to do a job back in the day, yeah, like when I was way younger. It was door-to-door sales, right? I tried it for a while. And I went to a door one time and the guy was like, "Mummy, there's a chocolate lady." Like, as in he'd never, and she was like to him, he's never seen a black person before. Because we would go into so
Was
in
he
my-
black? Was he white?
No, he was white. He was a
Oh,
white kid.
okay.
Sorry, yeah, it makes sense if I say he's a white
Yeah,
kid. It was a
okay.
white kid and a white family. So there are people that their only engagement with people that are not white is TV or whatever. Do you know what I
well,
mean?
it'll be like that. There's places in England that I haven't
In
been.
England.
There's places in England I haven't been.
Yeah.
So I can assume that there are places that I haven't been. There's people in them places who haven't been to London.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen no
Or
black
bigger
people.
cities, yeah.
You
And
wouldn't
do you
have
know
had
what,
no
though?
experience with black people apart from TV.
Yeah, and do you know what? That even on that, I feel like sometimes when people are when people say ignorant stuff, like white non-black say ignorant stuff, I just think maybe that they don't know. I just think we should be in this space
But
of
that's what it's ignorance.
correct people. Do you get me? Yeah, but people will be like, "Oh, you're racist," but I don't necessarily think that because you said something ignorant makes you racist.
Yeah.
If you
Like-
don't know any better, you see, you have to understand like some things. Not accepted. That's the wrong word I'm looking for. But some things should be understood. So if you come
Yeah.
from a different walk of life and you don't have no
Yeah,
upbringing
like-
of different cultures and different people, and you've been fed this something
Yeah.
your whole life, yeah, I don't understand why you're shocked that they think that way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
True.
until we educate and give people knowledge, like
Yeah.
you can only do better when you know better. So
Yeah.
that's where there's ignorance, and that's why people say some people lean into ignorance because ignorance
Yeah.
is bliss. But if they don't know,
Yeah.
you don't know what
That's
you
the
don't
thing.
know.
That's the thing.
And then, but
Exactly.
some would say then, you know, you do live, you don't live in a bubble. Like you should.
But we do though.
No, listen to what I'm about to say. I'm saying like so that person who's never seen a black person, they're probably not saying nigger, but there's probably assumptions and stuff like that they have,
Yeah.
whatever. That they should probably check themselves a little bit in themselves.
No,
But
but
they,
we all
but
have
they don't know that
stereotypes.
they don't know
We
to
have-
check themselves. They don't know there's anything wrong with what they're saying.
Bro,
Because they don't-
we all live off stereotypes, you know. All of
Yeah,
us here have
facts.
stereotypes about white people, Asian people, whatever. Like we all
Everybody,
have
yeah.
stereotypes.
Yeah.
And stereotypes ain't like real
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
They're
Like
assumptions.
we see white people and believe that they can't. We say white people can't dance
Yeah.
and they can't cook, which is
That's facts.
I mean, the
which
fact
is a
I
stereotype.
was gonna say that.
No,
I was gonna say,
No, but
they can't do some
this is the
dances.
thing.
Proof is in the pudding.
And this is why, but we get upset when people use stereotypes
Yeah,
against
that's
us
us,
because
yeah.
that's something that if like generally, yeah, that's something that you can use as a stereotype because it
Yeah.
fits a lot of white people.
Yeah.
But it's not fact.
It's not
Yeah.
facts,
I know
yeah.
loads of white people that can cook and that can dance.
I need a couple examples because it sounds from Esther as though we're kind of excusing whites for certain comments, but I want to know what type of comments you're kind of referring to when it comes to the point you're making, Esther.
Just like ignorant comments. So, for example, like black women, I don't think. Black women in offices, right?
Yeah.
If you go in one day with a wig,
Yeah.
the next day I go with my natural hair.
Yeah.
You're pointing out my natural hair. Like, oh, why is your hair like that? Or like, can I like touch in and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah.
even though yes, like personal space and whatever.
Mm.
I just think I get why you're fascinated by my hair because
It changed drastically since yesterday.
yeah, it did. There's that, and also this is not a texture you're used to.
I hear that.
Can I say something though quickly?
But-
Because I think from like this is ignorance again.
Oh.
I don't know if that's necessarily about race. Even men, I don't get women's hair. Like I'm learning about it. So like I can't tell. Yeah, I
Marks in
like
this time every day.
sometimes I can't tell girls whether their hair's weave
Natural,
or
okay, yeah,
wigs or
yeah.
natural, like
Yeah.
whether it be like black women, whatever. I'm saying that I
Yeah.
can't tell. Like,
Yeah.
so
But you
I
know
should
what
know.
it is? People
So there's
are-
sometimes I could see a girl, and the next time I see you, like
The hair's
you've got
different.
a totally different hairstyle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo.
But you know what it is though? Because
how you do
you're
that
black,
Yeah,
because
because-
you're black women will be more accommodating to that.
But
Than
I
if
also
it's a
d-
white person, they would just be like, oh, racism.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree because I feel like when you said that, yo, it's different. That's a comment, but I don't imagine you going and putting your hands in their hair. Like I don't imagine.
well,
No, but then
of
that's
course
because he
not.
would.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. In his makeup, yeah, there isn't that there isn't that entitlement to do that. And I feel like even what you're saying is, I'm saying it's coming from a space of ignorance. I've had really lovely white people do that. I don't think it's a racism thing, but I do think that if it happens commonly, then all we can do is all we can do is make something happen about it. Like this whole movement of now white people wouldn't dare. And that's only because we've made enough noise about it.
What I'm saying is that there are people who don't think like that. For them, they don't think with grace. They just label that as racism because you don't get this as black. Even though you've never been exposed to it all your life, you don't get this black thing. It's racist.
But a lot of us, when we experience something, care about our experience, not necessarily the context and the cause of why this person has done something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I say something that's offensive to you, you don't need to care about the day I necessarily had. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be just upset that I've said something that upset you or I've done something that upset you. And I just kind of feel like what ends up happening sometimes is that the person that has been offended or the person that feels uncomfortable constantly needs to make this grace word. It's cool once or twice. But when you're doing that for a lot of the planet, it's exhausting. And it's exhausting. And even if you're saying that the source of it isn't malice, that's cool, but something had to be done about it. So there was a song and a dance. There was black women talking about it on social media. There was articles written. There was, do you know what I mean? To the point that now you're right. If you go to work and your hair changes color, your hair was a straight weave yesterday. Now it's a bright blue dreads. They think twice, and that was what we needed.
I think just because somebody might not have learned something, I think my thing is I get that there's a level of ignorance that we have to certain walks of life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think my thing is more of the entitlement and energy that when you approach something that you don't know, I feel like sometimes I approach people that I have no clue. I might have like my stereotype, but I come with an open mind. I'm not going to be invasive. I'm going to be more standoffish. Do you get it? Whereas I feel like what we've experienced with some white people is that they don't give us that grace. They don't give a heck, and that's why I'm tired of like. They don't give a heck. Like, I think this is of you. I don't. It's not based on. I'm not like evaluating what is it based on. And then not only am I thinking this about you, I'm now acting upon it. And then when you are addressing me on how I've acted upon it, I'm not even deep in or trying to listen to what you've said or evaluate my behaviour.
But do you think that's
being defensive?
That's white privilege that they don't even have to read the room, innit?
And that's the issue.
We would say something. We would not say something because we know how it's going to come across or how it's going to be seen because we have to read the room. But I'm saying they're so privileged that, and it's because they're so privileged that they don't even have to read the room. So sometimes they're saying stuff and they literally might not even realize what they're saying. But that's the problem is that you don't even care. It's like you're saying, you don't care about nothing. You can say whatever you want. You're just going to say it.
And to me, that's mad. And that's why, like, a few years ago, I said, I'm over this education thing, fam.
Yeah, I've been over that.
Bro.
I'm sorry, that's not my role in life.
Yeah, that's for the birds.
Yeah.
That's not the birds.
That died in 2019.
Because you could understand, if you have the ability to understand that people could be different in terms of socioeconomic. So, there's working class people, there's middle class, there's upper class. You don't understand people could be different in terms of sexual orientation. How can you not ascertain that people are going to be different culturally and race-wise and not provide people that grace and try to learn? So that's why I'm not trying to hear it from them, man, still.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
No, and I totally agree. And I think that's the white privilege I was talking about. Like, if when you see a hair you don't understand, there's a way you go about it, but you've read the room. Like, this hair has changed drastically. I'm not going to touch it because I don't know what's going to discombobulate, but I'm going to ask about it. Whereas you over here, and like you're saying it in the beginning of a meeting, Sturgeon, I felt good before I walked into this room. You're saying it, and it's just made me. I didn't say anything about your drastic change in X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I think it's the entitlement. We see it as entitlement because obviously they can make comments or whatever. But I think it's all that in itself is rooted in privilege that they don't know they have. But I think we're in their society. So I'm trying to think of why it is that we wouldn't just make a comment. Like, even if I saw someone from another race, like I don't just open my mouth anyhow and just mention, like, say things that I see.
Because we're not as entitled.
It's because you know what it feels. Because you know what it feels like to be offended. It's because you know what it feels like to be offended.
Yeah, and I think also as well, like, they don't have a reason to be mindful because this is their home.
But a reason is now happening. That's what I'm saying. That's why the big...
Yeah, but they're learning now.
Yeah, but the only way they're learning wasn't going to be through gentle conversation. It had to have some reinforced consequences. Some people in the workplace had to be embarrassed. Some of them had to be called out. Some of them had to go into HR meeting not knowing why, and it was because of this. Yeah. I've never really reported something like that, but I also was very comfortable having open conversations because the people around me seemed open to hearing it, if I'm honest.
Yes, that's
so. That's what, man. Anyway, man.
It's a bit of a tricky
Shout out the YTs, man.
It's a bit of a
Cool.
tricky one.
That's it, guys. Let's go into the final segment.
Thank you, guess.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll actually have some
Shout out
think.
to guess for your input and that. But
Hey, what if I want to be a guest? Like, what if I want you lot to interview me?
We'll interview you.
Yeah, we'll interview you.
Calm.
Do you know what? I was going to throw shade, but the both of them quickly said, what interviews? I said, okay.
Yeah,
Because I was like, okay. You saw me thinking. Yeah, we'll interview you.
but
Nah,
yeah.
it's too late now.
He's scared. He doesn't know what's
Do it
gonna
next
come
week
out.
when I'm not here.
No, we'll do it when you're here. I would love to hear the question you ask Disunomics.
Big game tonight, this.
Yeah. I feel we're gonna get slapped though.
Yeah.
What game you guys bring us in? What game is
Football.
this?
Manchester United are playing Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Who
Oh, yeah.
are you? lot
Manchester
both
United,
support
Manchester
but
United?
Liverpool
One
are
of them
really
City,
good.
though, innit?
No, that's Manchester. It's Manchester City. We're Manchester United.
We're Manchester United.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll remember that.
Do you know? At one point in my life, I felt like I knew the tiers of which was the best team and which wasn't. It's
changes.
changed
It
so
cha-
much,
yeah.
and I don't even want to give it. I don't even want to try and say what I think now because I don't know anything. It's just through.
No, let's throw it
Twitter.
out there.
All right, let's go.
Don't.
Yeah, okay, let's.
He said, don't.
I can't.
You don't want to hear a black woman's opinion.
I'll tell you why he doesn't.
Is that what's happening?
On this topic, no.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I'm gonna push through. Okay, so what I think, yeah, is Chelsea still good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put Chelsea at the top, yeah, and then
You already messed up. Look at Marcus. Marcus is like, no.
yeah, but guys, I'm just going through
No,
what
go
I
on, go on,
think.
go on.
Oh, now
Okay,
you
yeah.
want to hear? All right, cool. So we got Chelsea, then we got the Manchester twins, so City
Manchester Twins.
and United.
Yeah, City
I
are
think
still-
Arsenal. Then no, Liverpool must come because you lot are scared of Liverpool right now. You lot
Yeah.
just said something, so maybe Liverpool's up there somewhere. By the way, this is not based on anything other than what I'm hearing.
I just don't want to hear it because it's making me face my reality. Like,
Oh, that
you
the
know
fact
what
that
I'm
you've
saying?
fallen off.
like,
Because at
yeah.
one point it was very clearly Manchester
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
At one point it was super clear.
I feel like you're doing that to be shady, and I don't like it.
No,
I don't like that.
I wasn't
I don't like
trying to be shady, but if you receive shade, do you know what I mean? If you
I
receive-
wanted to. Prevention is better than cure. I wanted to
true.
avoid all
But
this.
next time,
and you was
I'm
like,
gonna-
"Oh, go, go."
Empowering you to learn.
Okay, and what is that? That's the top team. Is there anyone I missed?
I think I know that Leicester's like at the bottom.
Leicester.
No,
They're
I don't know.
they're all
Well, I
right.
don't know.
Aston
anything then.
Villa.
Why?
Where's Aston Villa?
No, they're cheeks.
They're supposed to be better than they
Sunderland
are.
are
Sunderland are gone.
Crystal Palace.
Go home. You got
Sunderland.
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Go and watch Sunderland until I die. If you want to
yeah.
cry, do you have to get emotional?
No. Yeah, I like to cry.
Yeah, go watch Sunderland until I die.
Okay, I don't
Not
know.
me saying I like to
Do
cry.
you know what segment we need to have? Yeah. A Netflix segment.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm knee deep in these Netflix streets these days.
Okay.
Have you not seen?
Knee-deep.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
It's not that dear man God, is it? God man.
I watched it. Oh yeah, I told you about it.
Yeah, you told me every
It's
day.
Man
I've
of
seen you
God.
this week.
Man of God, it's on Nollywood.
This is the third time she's told me this week. All right,
People,
I'm
you
gonna
need
watch
to, you need
it.
to watch Anatomy of a Scandal.
I watched it finish.
Sick.
So good.
Sick.
Is that the one with the doctor?
No.
Oh no,
No.
that's coming out soon.
Oh,
What's the one with the doctor?
Basically, yeah, this man. He's
we
like
have a Netflix segment.
He's a doctor. He's basically a doctor. Yeah,
Come on,
it's that insemination.
The creativity. Come on, man.
Everyone he inseminated so many women with his sperm.
Oh yeah, I watched
so
that.
he's got. Is it out already? It's not. It's a trailer.
Is it a real thing? Is it based on? I saw a fictional version of this.
Oh, yeah,
no,
it's a real
there's a film or something that exists.
Oh, is
but
it?
There's a
Okay,
real
yeah.
thing. There's a real
The
thing.
Netflix one come in, and he's got so many kids out there, and they're blonde with blue eyes.
It's given Aryan.
It's
not,
giving-
not Hitler's dream.
Okay, yeah,
Mad.
it's
All right,
mad.
yeah. Netflix segment. We do that again
Yeah.
once a week.
Talks about
Woo,
just
production.
love it.
Get on that.
Yeah.
I want my own personal jingle.
What for Netflix?
Yeah.
Are you gonna sing?
Netflix,
He said, "Fuck it up, fuck it up."
Netflix and chill.
That's kind of hard, you know.
Where is that from?
What can't mugs do? Right.
Moonpig.
Moonpig.com. There you go.
That's
They might
it.
come for us.
They will come for us. They will.
I
They
don't
said,
want that
not
Moonpig.
the blacks trying to take
I
that.
don't want that Moonpig smoke, you know.
I thought that came from my spirit. I thought that
I
was
said, look at me coming up
authentic.
jingles.
He was so proud of himself.
I know.
He was so proud of himself.
Sorry, I busted my
No,
mum,
shout out to
sorry.
the guests for tuning in. Thank you, people. Thank you, guys.
No, we actually need that on a t-shirt. That's so sick. And when anyone to get it, I love it.
You lot did a great job, by the way. I loved all the segments. Shout out, Koi, you're fantastic.
You're very
and
fantastic.
Shout out to everyone that was listening in. Thank you, guys. This is day 2. Make sure you lot follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, comment, and share all our videos. If
Yes,
you lot are trying
darling.
to support something that's amazing, that's going to grow, make sure you do that. So, guys, all the visuals will be available on YouTube at the Day After TMB. So make sure you lot watch us and write lots of nice comments.
Yeah.
And also, But don't worry about that because next month we'll be dropping it on Patreon and you'll be able to watch a live stream.
Yeah.
So
That's a good treat.
which is going to be even wavier. So yeah, just follow us on everything, and interact with us on everything. And that's it. If you want to inquire about the show or wish to feature on the show, email us at THEDAYAFTER@thenewblack.com. So that's black BLXCK.
Alrighty.
Also, I just need a bit of closure because pussyfooting there to act in a cautious or non-committal way. Yeah. Are you with me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we know what the
So
meaning.
cautious or non-committal way. That's what pussyfooting is. And then also it says to move stealthily or warily. So cats are stealthy.
Okay, good. Because I thought it was degrading women. I said not today.
No.
Because I'm actually tired of fighting every
Yeah,
day.
so if you're,
It's embedded in the language and that, like, heal.
yeah, so like if you're pussyfooting around, like you're tapping, dancing around
because
something,
cats are
innit?
very
'Cause-
gentle.
All
So-
right then. Do you
So when
see?
did we decide to start calling
Suspicious.
cats pussies? I know that's common, but like when did that happen?
It's a pussy cat.
Can you do a bit of research on that?
Well, it's a chicken or the egg. What came first?
It was definitely the
pussy.
pussy.
I love it.
Can we make a guess on who's going to win the game tonight? And how they're going to win? Let's
No,
see.
no, because I got to come in tomorrow. I'm not doing all that. Shut up, man. No.
Don't tell me to shut up. That's
No,
very
I
rude.
didn't- not you
I think-
personally.
I
like,
believe.
just everyone.
I believe with the show starting this week, I'm putting my money on Manchester United, right?
Okay.
And I think they're going to win.
I'll bet you then.
Yeah. No, I'm not betting any money. I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win 2.
I don't particularly think that's a good omen, so I'm just not involved in this.
Okay. Wow, you lot are very superstitious about this. This is good.
No, Marcus is very like serious about this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he's very serious. I've seen.
I pray they win because-
I'm in a place of healing right now. So now, ones where you've tapped out in a relationship.
Fair
I've
girls.
tapped out. So I don't expect anything better.
Listen, men have other things to be healing about.
Oh my gosh, you literally sound like Matilda. No, honestly.
Not Matilda.
Yeah, the relationship worked out. It's cool.
Yeah, men have other things to be healing about over football. Right.
Yeah,
Another
no.
day.
At least you guys love something. Cool.
Exactly.
That's the end of the episode.
Going on.
We should commit to something.
We love stuff that love us back. Bye.
Oh, wow. Mad.